Roll call, me, Rosario Navarro,
Lourdes Corvo, Danny Wicks,
Geraldine Amendola.
Sara Suarez.
Isabel.
well, somebody.
Isabel Diaz here.
Maria Borges, Nancy Rogers.
Omar Sabota.
Jacqueline Lozada.
Pedro Fiallo,
Maria, would you like to take that? Or you guys?
I can tell.
No. Jacqueline. Omar.
See, is Gladys here? Yes. I'm trying to catch up.
Lottie.
Everybody's here, the ones that are not here.
Wait,
raise your hand.
but Dottie is not on the list. is she?
Oh, yeah, put her on there. Mira,
What?
mira.
No.
Right
she's
here.
not.
Just make sure she's added to minutes. Okay, I added it.
That's the minutes.
Okay.
Dottie's missing on the list.
Okay, I added
Committee
See, I'm.
Daisy.
on it.
What is that, a slap in the face, huh?
it. You say so,
Maria
Jackie.
here,
Nancy,
Oh, my is not here.
Wow. Oh, Maggie's not
if you
here.
say so.
I'm sorry?
Nancy, are you here?
Yeah, Nancy's here.
Geraldine. here. How long is
Gladys
that?
Spears still on.
Gladys not here.
Maria Milagros.
that's on here either. No. Omaida, Maria Planes.
Oh, mine not
Isabel?
here?
No, Maida no, I'm a.
Isabel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isabel is here, yeah, she's
Okay,
here.
pero then Gladys.
Gladys is not here.
Here, yeah, so the people that I have outwards for the record.
Been removed?
Who?
Dory Kaplan, shouldn't she have been removed?
Yeah, she was removed. I just couldn't figure out.
And then what we've had, you're taking notes, Maria?
Mhm.
You guys are a total of 20.
Okay.
Me, no, sorry, 18.
Thank you.
So we had 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 11, yes. Over 4.
Jesus, we should have deletions and corrections. We have to add,
Wait, we have that. How is the deletion there? Corrections. And approving the minutes. Add anything? No?
deletions and corrections, anybody wanna add anything or anything? No? Approve, everything,
I'm a little concerned with the wording of this. It could just be the wording.
it could be me, remember I did it, so.
When a month,
The minute.
comments from the chair.
Summer activities?
Where are we? Or what are you? concerned about
You're
them?
here?
She's doing comments from the chair.
7, item 7, comments from the chair, page 4, May 14. Is that what we're up to? Approving the minutes?
Yeah, we're looking at it,
Yeah.
how we doing?
The wording on this is a little bit ambiguous, I thought. If it is a legitimate reason, it's acceptable after they've missed 3 meetings. When a member does not attend any function or meetings and months transpire.
Yeah.
Why months transpire? I thought if they missed 3
3
meetings.
meetings.
Through the chair, just to
They
be very clear,
don't mean consecutive months, they're just talking about certain months when the person, that's the only way it could be construed, otherwise it does not make sense.
remember that the minutes are a recap of what was stated in the meeting. So if that's what was stated in the meeting, that should stay as is, even if it's factually, you know, if it's correct or not, just, if that's what was mentioned, that's what should stay. For the sake of the minutes, that's what you're
Gotcha.
recording.
Agreed.
However, to not confuse you guys, I would not go off of what was stated, and I would ask you to please look at the committee rules so you can understand what the
Mhm.
absences, how the absences are gonna work. Because there's a lot of detail for the, regarding absences for the new committee rules. So I would just ask you guys to look at it, and I'll take this opportunity as a reminder.
I put it here
Okay,
to talk
yeah,
about it
next
here.
week, Monday, there's a workshop, so
Right.
And I put it here to
they'll,
talk about it.
they'll clarify everything for you guys.
So the minutes from the last meeting passed,
Make a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Second.
ahora es, okay, vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, discussion.
Any discussion?
Oh, hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye. You know, pass.
Any nay? Hearing no nays, motion passed.
Motion passed. Now I go back here, right, additions and corrections and deletions. Anything, anybody have anything to correct or delete or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna approve the minutes, we get it backwards and public comments.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, public.
For the record, I don't see anyone online.
Okay.
And I'm not really public, I'm staff, but
Yes.
same old, right? I think Mr. Piano knows, and I think Nancy can already give my little speech. This is Justin, Susana, we work in the Transportation and Planning Department. And we are about to embark, we're already started, we're starting the Vision Zero, task force. We're starting with a giant study to look at the entire city and the entire, all our facilities, pedestrian, vehicle, transit from the standpoint of safety. And in order to prevent high injuries or deaths by 2050. So this is basically a big effort to change the conversation on how we talk about how to design roads, sidewalks, crosswalks, and all of the above, right? So that when we tell the county, hey, we need you to fix the sidewalk, that they don't come with their predetermined, traffic flow first priorities, that we talk about safety first. So that's what we're about to start. I am very excited about this because it's gonna change the way that I can express myself when I talk to FDOT, to the county, to the TPO, to the people that give us the funding to do the things we do. And that look at the drawings of what we propose to do and then tell us that we can't do it because yaggity, yaggity, yaggity. I can always say, if it's based on the Vision Zero framework, I can say, yes, you have to do this because it's safer. And that has to be a good enough reason, right? So at that end, what am I doing here?
Okay, well, how can we help you?
I know, that's what I'm doing here. I'm here to recruit you all. 'Cause I'm here to recruit you all.
Some of the issues.
Yes, because your eyes are invaluable to me, your perspective. As users of our systems, of our sidewalks, of our pedestrian crossings, of our lack of pedestrian crossings. It's important for us to find out what facilities do you not find safe. And I'm okay with it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel safe, it means it's not safe. Because if you're not using it because it doesn't feel safe, I want to know. Make sense?
Yeah.
So to that end, I'm gonna give you something that's a little bit technical. But hopefully either you can use it yourselves or you can come to one of the workshops where you can bring your notes and I'm be happy to put this in for you. Justin is gonna give you all a postcard that has a QR code that you can take a picture with your phone and it will take you to a website where we have a map that you can drop a pin in any location that you have a comment for, right? And at this point, we're collecting information. We're doing studies and we're collecting data from the state and from accident data and from crashes and from all the places. But again, your perspective as a very particular type of user of the roadway system, both in vehicle when you're driving and when you're walking, or when you're walking your dog, or when you're using the parks, anywhere where you don't feel safe, be it for lighting, be it that the sidewalk is not wide enough, be it that the crosswalk, it doesn't give you enough time to cross with the light, some of them are very tight, right? All of these things, if you drop in, or you can shoot me an email, I'll be, the richer this map is, the more things I have to sort of give to the consultant to make better recommendations, right?
Okay.
Is that Gabriel from Pampachef, his sidewalk is front of the whole road.
Put it on the map or send me an email. If you guys, again, if you don't feel comfortable using the little map on the thing, because it works, but it's also sometimes whatever. I'm happy to do that for you. Justin has nothing better to do than talk. He'll be ever so happy to put all the pins in the map that you want to put it. And we will have workshops. And another reason that we're here, sorry, Nancy, is that I want to be invited to all your parties.
We do have great ones.
Yes, I
Yes.
know, because I want, and when we come to your parties, we will bring like a laptop that we can drop things directly onto the map.
Perfect.
Cause it, you know, they're gonna be like listening workshops. Obviously, if you all are playing bingo, I'm not gonna be like standing in front of the bingo lady, not letting her do her thing, but I'll be on a little corner and like allowing anybody that wants to come and tell us whatever they want.
What's our next date to
Yeah,
invite
sorry,
her?
Nancy. I'm sorry.
August.
August 21st.
Yes. Yes,
Why not?
we, she has me well updated.
Oh,
That's how we
okay.
need to be here. Yeah,
Nancy has a question. Go ahead.
yes, go ahead,
Nancy.
you're-
Okay, I just wanna be sure I heard correctly. Is this our viewpoint from just an elderly person? Or if we also see something else, I would think our
However your
input
views
would
were,
be helpful.
yes, I know that you've seen me in several of these discussions. I'm looking for every viewpoint we have,
Okay,
from
Yeah,
your own
with the
personal experience, from your life
Just wanna be honest.
experience, if you understand these things, like obviously, we all have different life experiences. It matters to me to see it from all angles.
and then there's.
So, and every person is a world, I want to see it from all your worlds. Yes, not just like necessarily because you're an elderly person or not, like, obviously, that's a very valid and important viewpoint. But also, if you've lived your life in law enforcement and you happen to know a little bit of that, yes, I happen to appreciate that too. So that's not, you know, if you happen to know something about something, by all means, drop it in too.
Well,
There's
since you
no-
brought up law
Law
enforcement,
enforcement.
are you going to make this announcement and the public safety committee, or am I going to do it?
Yeah, we already did that.
I
2 million.
I already recruited public safety.
can't do it, I told her,
And
I'm gonna be 81. She
concerned
says,
about the youth activities committee.
"You see three."
I know this is a good thing,
No, that's
but
fine.
I'm a little concerned about the youth activities one, but you know, maybe we'll go to that one or not, right?
Thank you.
She knows what I mean.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
caring.
Yes, and like I said, this is very important to us because it changes the way we talk about things. And it changes the conversation, and that's why I'm very excited about it because. Yes.
Because the trees are lifting up the.
And
It's
I
all
love
over.
that a lot of things are, yes, a tree lifted up, so that would be a pointed issue on a specific spot. But a lot of things are systemic in the sense that we're designing these sidewalks to be a little too narrow. And therefore, when the tree lifts up a little corner of the sidewalk, you don't really have enough room to maneuver around whatever thing happened, that time happened to happen because things happen, right? So there's that. And then there's the way that we design things that make it that is so important that that's the only thing we can talk about. So I want to be able to get to all of it and sort of document it and put it all on paper and make a big giant study with all kinds of graphics and numbers and charts and all this nonsense that the state and the county and all these people want every time we say we want an improvement of something, and they say, do you have a study? And I say, okay, maybe. I happen to know that we need to do this, but do you have a study? So I can say, yeah, I have a study. Here's my study. Here's where, you know, it's documented that this is necessary.
Okay, so we'll keep this, passing around, and you'll come to yourself.
Is
Thank
there a
you.
deadline?
We're working on this right now. It has to be adopted by the end of the year.
And
So, the sooner you start giving me your opinion, the more I have to pass on to the consultant. The consultant is right now recruiting information and collecting data and collecting stuff. Eventually, when they start writing, like things begin to start gelling, right? This eventually is gonna get all.
you mean fiscal year?
And no, I
You're
mean,
not talking about-
calendar year. I'm talking about
Really?
calendar, yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a very fast and furious activity. And we have a wonderful consultant that you all meet. He's very animated. He talks a lot,
Good.
but and I have a lot, high hopes for the product of this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Treasurer's report.
I love this balance that we have. Because today, 35,975.
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
Right now.
That's not the right document, it's another.
I say, wow. Oh, I was like, what is this? Do we got any more money? Okay. So the 9,424. And what is? It was in the other.
Give her.
Don't forget the 30 cents.
Yeah,
Comments?
so this is the budget, right? This is the last page is the budget, next year budget.
Correct.
Yeah, that's for next
Okay,
year.
for the next year budget, just to clarify.
Later on the
Yeah.
budget, in our calendar.
Turn on page 7.
We have to talk about budget already.
No, but the budget right now is
Tuesday?
this one, this thing.
Sarah,
Yeah, the bank,
there's a page number at the bottom.
Okay.
yes, makes
Page
sense,
7.
When
correct.
do I fit it in here? Can you do it? I'm gonna try to report. We have to do the budget for next year.
Yes, that is the budget, the other page that I mentioned is the budget for next year. It's October, right? We had October.
Yeah, it starts October first, but the
October.
budget is due on Tuesday for all committees. So this is the meeting where you guys have to discuss and confirm what it is that the request is gonna be from the committee.
Oh, they never give us more.
Well,
money.
I know some, well, here, wait, 2025, sorry. Let's look at 2025. 2024, 2025.
Last year they gave us how much?
On the current year right now, you guys are at 35,975. That's at 35 you see on.
Yeah, this is exactly fine, yeah. So it was due next
Should we request the
Tuesday.
same or should we? request-
I'm sorry. I said that incorrectly. You guys were given 30,500.
I was gonna say.
The
that they
35 comes from the sponsors.
Okay, so that doesn't count.
So 35 times 30,500 is what you were.
Is the budget that we have.
So if you notice, there's two line items, let's say for 2025, 2026. There's two columns.
Go on.
There's two columns, so one of them says need and the other one says wish. Essentially, what.
Mhm.
Look at the column.
Okay.
Agree.
Think about page
Stop.
number one says need, so the last three columns you guys have to fill out. The last three columns you guys have to fill out. You'll notice that there's different line items and a lot of them say zero throughout the years. That's just to reflect things that you guys may have done in the past that you're maybe not using right now. So that just serves as reference. You can keep it at zero if it no longer applies. However, the difference between need and wish. Need is essentially, let's say they were giving you the same 30,500, how are you gonna break it down? Maybe there's more of a need in one line item versus another, so you have to juggle that. Your wish is, if you're asking for extra dollars altogether, how much are you asking extra and where?
Okay, so we would start like line one,
Yeah,
elderly
you would
affair
go-
committee.
yeah.
That would stay the
That's
same,
zero,
because we don't get paid.
So you
Right.
can jump down all the way.
that's because when you guys first started, you only had one, you probably only had one line item. The committee has grown over the years, that's no longer after.
So we put zero and zero,
Zero.
right? The art, whatever, zero and zero, because we had to, should we, right?
Yeah, so as Rosario goes down the list, if there's anything that piques your attention and you need clarification on, like jump in
Let
or
me
raise your hand so we can go together.
Okay, transportation, that was the freebie. That
Exactly.
we
free.
took
We don't
out.
need to do that.
We don't need to do that.
And that's a zero, because that's from the town.
Zero,
Yeah,
zero.
all the time. So
Rock steady bar, we don't do that anymore,
No.
boxing.
you
Zero,
guys haven't done
zero.
them in a couple of years.
Eh,
But again, just because you don't do it doesn't mean
If
you
we-
guys have to tell me
If we want to,
yeah,
do
you
it.
want
Does
to.
it, if there's anything anybody wants to do,
Transportation.
Oh, yeah.
that was the freebie.
That
Yeah,
was-
we used to, they pretend to give us
They-
like money and then it was.
Okay, what happened was, I'll clarify that a little bit. They didn't have the freebie on Saturday and Sunday, so we were sponsoring it so that
In a
the
way,
elderly
right.
could go to their service,
Church and all that stuff.
so their services, their religious services. And then they went, but no, why should you be carrying it? And
Because they,
stuck it in their budget.
right, other people go beside.
Apparently, we were the only ones paying.
Yeah, so the town is in charge now.
Computer classes.
Wait, the Rocky, nobody, the
Nobody
Rocky's
does that.
boxing, no, right?
No,
No?
no. If you wanna do it, you could do it. Okay, computer classes,
Would that be like, what the students wanted to do, the students from,
This is a little different. This is, I believe that this is just probably an old line item, because I believe programming, we have programming for
Right.
computer classes now, but it goes to the parks department, so the elderly affairs committee doesn't pay for that, unless you guys are asking for extra classes.
the
like that.
domino tournament was free, we didn't have to put any money, so that's 0-0. And we do it again, and that's City of Hialeah sponsored it, so.
Correct.
Yeah, but you guys used to do your own as well.
Yeah, we used to do it.
We usually do it
down-
up here at the Robert.
Right, but if we do it, it will be
We don't
sponsored
do
by
it.
somebody when,
It's a difference.
okay, and community forums.
Is that Mount Sinai?
I'm sorry?
Is that Mount Sinai?
It's similar to the, it's anytime any sponsor or any vendor comes out to give an information, remember that sometimes it's nonprofit, so they can't offer the donuts or the coffee, and then you guys have come in and provided supplies for the
We
event.
keep that at that amount.
You keeping it at the same, you're saying?
Drop it? No more.
Like, everybody that has come lately has paid for their own, right?
Mostly.
Mostly,
We
right?
can drop it to
I
to
can,
five
I
hundred.
think we should drop it a little bit and take it for something. All right.
What do you think?
And take
You're
it for
saying
something.
500?
Would you I was gonna say recommend 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, 500. Let's go 500.
And that's community forums, correct?
Right.
Yes. Halloween social, why does it say zero? Because we get sponsor money?
Because your socials all live under SS, which is
Right.
all the way at the bottom.
Okay, so it's zero,
Again, I think
zero.
that was an old line item.
Helping Hands, 0, 0. Health fair, that's, we make money there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
head
but-
yes.
Why do what do we have 2,000?
You guys are, no, 2,175 is what, that's sponsored dollars, that's why it says amended.
Okay, so
budget.
that's
You
different.
really had zero was given to.
I
Okay.
think we should, that we always get money, so I
Right.
think it should stay that way.
Zero. Yeah, the people give us money.
Right.
Holidays, that's down.
There
Wait,
are-
wait, what is helping hands?
I believe it's a hurricane thing, but I could be wrong,
No, no.
or, but I don't know, I was.
Maybe it was
Cherry
when they were
spot.
feeding, maybe when we were feeding people. Yeah.
Oh,
doing
yeah,
the
the drive-bys.
No,
No,
No?
Those are still
no.
considered a bingo.
those are bingos.
Or maybe when we went to their homes and dropped off cookies.
No,
I think it was during the hurricane.
No.
it has nothing to do with the bingo.
Okay, then we let it go. We don't know what it is.
Is
We
it
don't
not
know what it
COVID?
is. we
So we're
do
not
it.
gonna do it right.
Okay.
Meet and greet, I think we had.
Health fair,
11,000.
What did you say for health fair?
What do you say about the head fair?
That we
It was
make
zero.
money, we don't lose money.
So
there.
it's
So
the
we
zero.
left out-
Zero.
we left out holiday social, I believe.
And because it goes in the line item, under, at the end.
It goes under senior
Well,
social.
You just did health fair and you skipped to. some-
No, I went 0, 0, 0, 0.
Zero.
All those, the lines on top belong to the line at the bottom, where it says social, they're all together.
Yeah, so we're at the.
Meet and greet.
Meet and eat.
Meet and eat, okay. And we had 11,750, and we seem to have done well, so we should keep that the same, right?
Yes,
So these are your bingos, to be very,
My
this is
bingo.
your bingo line item.
Because we get monies too.
I would say that for reference, take a look at what you spent, you have the current budget and the page
Right,
before.
that's what I was.
Your actuals are what you
Me
spent
and
per line item.
So if we go to the one right now,
We spent
actuals,
11, 12,000.
10,000.
Is that the 10,000?
10,000.
That's where you're at right now, so far.
Right. But you see how we made money at the end?
Yes, you guys do because.
So we get sponsor money,
Would you
so
guys-
11 is okay.
11,000.
11, let's keep it at 11.
So the 11,750, the
Yeah,
same?
we.
So you guys wanna keep it the same?
Can I,
Like,
Hold on,
the
please.
11 may have worked in the past, but you have to take into
yeah,
account,
we
we are
have
getting a lot more people at these bingos.
Well, let's make it
And
12.
things that
because
are expensive.
We add the 250. let's make it
I mean, this
12.
is what we're asking for, that doesn't mean we're gonna get it.
No, but we're gonna
Well,
bring
this
it,
is a rearrangement of funds, so this is.
we're just rearranging.
That's all, yeah.
We wish, I can wish, to put 15,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do let's put 12, right?
Right.
But in the wish, I'll put 15.
Right,
Right.
okay,
That's good?
What do we put
I
in?
think.
12,000.
Well,
That's it.
Yes.
We're gonna have to.
Right, so. we-
12 in the actual and 15 in the wish.
Correct.
So we have.
Miscellaneous, expensive.
Let's keep the conversation to one, cause
Yeah.
you guys are gonna get from
Correct.
Miscellaneous, well, Nancy, if you fall behind,
I'm covered.
miscellaneous
I'm covered.
expensive.
I'm fine.
So. I think
You're
we should
gonna
have
ask
a
me
budget
about-
for miscellaneous expenses.
What, like?
The council, I believe,
Oh, they won't
council,
allow
they
it, that's
don't-
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
then
right.
no, it's
So
0, 0.
I forgot.
Senior trips, we had $6,000, which is good. What did we spend?
so far.
Yeah.
Then we should put
I mean,
$6,000.
you spent you're almost at your
$6,000.
$65 left and you have
I was-
3 field trips left.
I think we should up that.
Yeah, we spent almost 6,000.
So what should we put, 75? And then wish for 10?
Yeah,
I think so.
sure, why not?
Yeah.
Because now the buses are more.
Buses are more expensive,
Okay,
right?
75,
It's more expensive.
Buses
And
pay
then I
500
wish
to
for 10.
1,700.
I wish for 10.
How much did you put, 75?
77,500.
Which is easy.
I will do eight, exactly. Why don't you
Okay, let's
do
do
one
it.
thing?
Yeah, this is all.
Because you know what? The problem is, we're already at.
8,000?
Yeah, we already spent
We
$50.
Yeah,
we have $50 and we're
not at the end of the year, we don't.
So 8,000 and then we're gonna wish for 10.
And people liked going to the theater. They really
We're gonna
enjoy
wish
it.
for
Yeah,
10.
yeah. Okay, so all the other ones that are pretending lines, right? We're just gonna put zeros all the way down until we get to the social,
Senior social, that's it.
right?
How? We
Senior
asked for
social
12, how much have
and-
we spent so far?
And we spent
Senior
7,000, 6,943.
That's all?
Because of the.
You may
social.
have some credit card charges that haven't hit yet,
Hmm.
but even then, I mean, that's not gonna take up, that's.
No, that's pretty good. That's all we
So-
spent, 6,000, that's all we spent.
6,000.
Well, you don't have sponsors, right?
Yeah,
Or no?
Yeah, but that's,
Yeah,
yeah,
but still, 6,000, which is.
that's good. So here,
we have 12, right?
Leave it at 12.
yeah,
have 12.
then let's keep it at 12, or unless we can take
I
some
wish
of there.
15,
I will do
I would
15.
do, I
And
would
wish
do.
15,
wish 15, yeah.
okay, 10, okay, 12.
Wait, can I make a suggestion? Cause they don't like increasing our budget.
Oh, they won't.
And where the seniors like these field trips because they like the theater, they like the cultural things that
Mhm.
Yeah.
are more expensive. So I say, and we had gone from 6 to 8 as need. Which meant we went up 2,000 and we are, with our senior socials,
You wanna go down to
I would go down at least 1,000.
balance for the other two we gave up there?
So, and then we're only asking for.
We've only
1,000.
spent 6.
We've only
So
spent
11
6.
is 2.
Yeah.
Actually, if you go down to your balance it out.
Let's go down 2 and then we balance.
Alright,
We'll make that 10.
Alright, so we're doing
10.
10 for the
And
field
then,
trips.
Yeah.
So you got.
and then I'll wish for 13.
And then, oh yeah, I would definitely wish for 13.
Quick question, if we ask for less, like, let's say we write less, they'll give us less.
No, you know.
But you're not really asking for less, cause if you.
It's gonna balance
It's
out.
all balancing out to the same
When
amount.
you add it up,
Okay,
we're
so
just
we-
moving it around.
They're just moving it to one
Yeah.
line item. That's what the need is. The
Right.
need is
What's-
supposed to
what's
equal
the
the
next
same
one?
amount,
Like
just
just
maybe
that-
different line items depending on how you guys need it.
Yes.
It's gonna be 10.
See, 12.
So it went from, the field trips went from 6. We went from 6 to 8, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
5 minutes,
6 to
10,000,
8, I'm
35,500.
How much?
6 to 8.
3,500, it came out the same.
And then the
The
socials
seniors.
went down to, we upped the senior field trips 2,000 and we reduced the social by 2,000.
And now-
So,
So the social will be,
10.
Right, socials at 10.
And then the wish?
And then
The
the
wish.
field trip got the 10, the 2 that we took away from the socials.
No, the wish,
The wish?
You wanna do 12?
If you guys want, let's do one column at a time. We just went,
Okay.
I think you guys went very into detail with the need. I can go over and then you make a motion, so we approve that part of it and then we can do the issue.
alright, go.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm only mentioning the line items that we're putting a number for. This is for your need. So we have 500 for community forums, 12,000 for meet and eat, which is bingo.
Right.
8,000 for senior field trips and
Mhm.
10,000 for senior socials, which are your themed parties.
Right.
That brings you to the same total budget of 30,500. Now, if
we had
anybody
last
wants to
year.
put a motion.
Go ahead.
Make a motion.
No, wait,
for-
that's the
Make a
question.
motion to approve those numbers.
And then she
Is
went.
there a second?
Second.
Okay, now there was
Oh, wait.
discussion. Somebody had.
No, now you
discussion.
talk. Go ahead.
No, if you look at the previous years, you guys used to get a lot more money for those bingos.
No,
So,
No.
No.
It looks like.
your
from here-
actuals are what was spent, not
Yeah.
what you were
We
given.
used to get
Okay,
2,800 and
But
we,
in 2023, 2024, you have 17,500.
Because you guys get sponsors.
That's sponsor money.
Those are your actuals, those are not the budget, that's not budget money, that's how much was spent by.
So, but then the actual before that says 24, I'm confused.
That's how much money you guys, that's how much money you guys spent.
Yeah,
That's
but
not how
you-
much money you
No,
were
the
given.
difference is that in this one here, you get
get
actual
details.
and
Yeah,
sponsor.
and
These are
those
all,
don't
the
have
other
details.
ones are
You
all.
guys have details, all the information is online, but just for the sake of this worksheet,
These, you know, we're
it's
gonna-
what expanded.
so, so this is approved, right?
it
Any,
it came to the same total,
There's a
30,000,
discussion.
oh, this is,
it came to the same total, 30,500.
exactly.
Just that. Yeah, so you $10,000.
All in
All in
favor?
favor?
Aye.
Any nays?
Nay?
Hearing no nays, motion passed.
Okay, so now we should do the wish one, so we're all clear.
Alright. Wish away.
Now the wish, well, the same thing, the line item, 500 for 500, it's gonna stay, what is that? The community forum, we went down. And then we wish for more money. And the meeting,
Yeah,
we're wishing 15,
yeah.
$3,000 more. And then for the senior field trip, I put 10, I'm wishing for $2,000 more. And then the senior social will 13. Which then gives us, they'll give us a total of 38,500.
Correct?
Yes.
Good,
Alright,
I mean, I'll
All
wish it and it's.
I'll make a motion to pass our wish.
Second.
Yeah.
Any discussion?
Any discussion?
Discussion?
All
No,
in favor?
Hold on, hold on.
What was that, the total amount for the wish list?
38,500.
3,500.
So basically, we're asking for
$8,000.
$8,000 more than those.
Exactly.
We'll see. You say no?
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing no nays, motion passes.
Yay, we're moving on.
So just so everybody knows that you guys, this is the first time you're going through the budget season with us. You really won't know your final budget that is approved until like a few days before the start of the fiscal year. So the start of the fiscal year is October 1st, towards the end, the last days of September, the final budget gets.
She has to present it to the committee.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is it Tuesday?
And then they ask questions like why.
I should come with her to support.
Yes,
We always.
When is the budget meeting?
I don't know right now. I know it was sent, but I have to go through it. I'll send you guys an email with the official date and time, and that's the opportunity for the committees to present this that we just talked about. And you guys pretty much to make your case as to why you.
Just to
And the
understand,
final
if we-
budget is the end of September?
Go ahead,
So let's say we wanted to do a Domino's
we'll get sponsored.
contest. We'll get sponsors, even though we'll do it at the Miami Lakes location.
So let me
Not the high
interject
income.
for a second. If there's any new events you guys foresee putting on next year, this is your opportunity to
To put it on.
request those funds. Because once the
Just
fiscal
have to
year.
put it on
Yeah, but that will be part,
Of the senior.
we can put it as part of.
No,
the social?
No,
We have to put
No.
it separate?
No, that's not the same thing, but if you're not asking for money, if you're just asking for approval for a new event, you just go to council at it whenever you're due for your report and you ask for approval.
Okay.
But if you need funding,
You have to open up the discussion again, because you already voted on it.
I'm not saying that, I don't know, I don't open this,
Okay,
I understand what you mean, but I'm just explaining something, so
Right.
just.
Okay.
So you understand, this would have been the point, or if you guys wish to reopen it, as Nancy mentioned, then this is the opportunity you have to request extra funding that you may need for any extra or new activities you
Can
foresee
we do
doing next fiscal year.
Running around in one of our meetings?
You guys are allowed to move money around as long as it's under $700. If it's over 700, you have to go to council for approval. And
That was my question.
if it's for a
Yeah.
new event, though, you also need approval from council to put on that new event. Right now, this list encompasses everything that you're pretty much approved for by council to do.
So the domino, if it's here,
So if it's an event that's outside of this list, you guys have to go to council for approval.
but like I said, Domino's is here, all we have to do is then ask to move money around.
We had, used to have
Correct.
Domino's, and we
You
found
guys,
there weren't.
They still
many
playing
people.
domino,
yeah, but that's a
Yeah.
club.
but that's different.
Right, there was, people were going to that, and we're not,
Yeah.
that many were coming.
From
to
what
us,
I'm
we
seeing here,
discontinued
it used to be a very long time ago, you used to have a Domino's
it. We
tournament.
did, we discontinued it when
But
they
you
got the
stopped.
Domino's Club.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so where am I now? Friends, before we did comments, my comments from the chair. People have asked if we are going to do more things during the summer because we don't have the bingo. So we're gonna have to either, well, we don't have to, but it'd be nice to maybe add a movie.
Moving,
A
then
movie, something like that,
People love movies.
okay? That's the only thing that.
she can stay.
It's just, again, understanding, if we wanted to come up with, let's say, yoga, Zumba classes, or anything like that, how do we bring that to the table?
Yeah. You say, they say, I wanna do this, and we'll vote on it.
Right, because again,
Right.
Omar, they have those programs at, Robert,
You
Mary
see?
Collins,
You see that at the bottom,
Very
you
cool.
have the hair thing,
Mary Collins.
because to
program.
me, that would be an interesting thing. And I already reached out when I get to that, I reached out to the city,
and that's good, thank you for sharing that, Yayo, because even we have those programs, they don't know about it, who knows about that?
right, it will be like really Miami Lakers that go to Susan, whatever, cause it's posted everywhere,
Very
the
cool.
Zumba, the dancing,
Right.
I think she goes to the art classes.
Yeah.
They have a whole bunch of stuff that's normally done all the time, everywhere.
Mary Collins, you go by, talk to Ernie. They'll tell you.
Right, we're looking at my clock. Looking at my-
Ernie knows.
Ernie.
Okay, so
That's
that's
what they
my
have
comment. Oh, you know what? We need to do something that I think that would be a nice thing to do. Go to watch one of the geezer games. We should go
Oh,
watch a
yes.
geezer game. He sends me emails all the time, David Oliver.
Oh, David.
And maybe one day, I don't know when we say, we should just.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
We should go out there and
They
cheer
go
for them.
Mondays
That'd
and
be a lot of
Wednesdays.
fun.
We should guys, like,
Yeah, we should go. They
They
said, Dan, we should go.
What day is it? What do we-
Mondays and
Mondays
Wednesdays.
and Wednesdays. in the
We got
morning.
like 100-year-old guys.
9 o'clock, I think 9 to 10 or something like that.
He sent me the email.
Attend these geezers are.
Yeah, 1 hour,
That's early, that's.
they don't run, they just leave,
Later.
you know, it's
Thank
simple,
you.
it's kind of softball.
Well, that we can share on the chat, because that's something to do with
Yeah.
that, right?
Okay,
Oh, that
go
would be
ahead.
cool.
On every, like every Wednesday,
You could be
Monday, yeah.
one of their cheerleaders. These are
Yeah.
like,
Go
Go
for it.
ahead, Omar.
there's a Miami Lakes run on Wednesday. Right,
A what?
Miami Lakes Run Club
Oh,
on
okay.
Wednesdays, and they meet in different places.
Uh-huh.
So if that's something additional that we
Not
can
coming up
invite
for
them.
us. How many runners do you see in our?
It could be walkers, it could be, I mean, I'm
It
just
could
thinking
be, it could
of
be, you're
extra
right, you're
things for the summer.
Okay.
When it comes to the theater, we have a theater on Main Street.
Yeah, we can do that as well.
I mean, and I know that you guys have been doing
The movie, the movie.
Florida Hill or the Gables.
Oh, he's talking about the actual.
The theater right there.
Oh, you took
Right,
that
oh,
theater,
yeah.
theater.
Yeah.
Oh, the movie.
Right,
Right
well, we
there,
have, well, we have a playhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have, yes, we do have a playhouse.
I
Oh, that maybe will be something for this.
Maybe
summer.
that'll be okay to do.
There's, I
Because
haven't heard
it's-
anything.
Whatever
back.
we do, we have to do, the extra thing that we do, we have to do it for the month of July. Because in August, we go back to the buses.
right?
I think the movie, all the elderly women wanna see Tom Cruise.
What movie is that?
Tom Cruise, what is that?
Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
So
something mission.
I need that feedback from you guys because I'm gonna assume that's not a PG-13 movie. And the reason I mention is because you guys have previously given me direction to do movies that are PG-13 or PG.
No, but I think
You know where we.
So I would have never looked
How
at
to
that.
Train
stuff.
Your Dragon. They'd all
We
like
did
to
see that.
No,
But there's like a
comes
new
out,
one
a
or
new
something,
one.
right?
No, either that or Superman. They want to see either
What's his
that
name?
or.
What's his name is in it? The guy.
Who? They
Uh,
wanna see Tom Cruise.
I'm telling you, there's a
And
lot
you
of
can
women
spell
like.
the guy.
When do we,
And
when
you
do
must
we
know?
say that we wanna go to the
No,
movies? Do we talk about going to the movies now or no?
I don't know. How to Train Your Dragon, now the movie.
Bueno,
Where are you?
Tommy from the chair.
All business people.
So you're in 17.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna buy this, okay. Well, I mean, let's do the old stuff before we run out of time.
All business.
Okay, old business. And the bingo was great. Everybody,
Right.
go ahead.
Mission Impossible is PG-13.
There you go.
Okay.
That's a good one.
So when does, I'll look up when it releases while you guys are
Okay.
talking.
The bingos were great. Everything was calm, right, Maria? It worked out well.
It
no
worked out,
complaints.
and Omar did a great job.
Yeah,
on the
Omar
last
was
video.
great,
Oh my God,
He
great job.
might, if you can come all the time. What's her name didn't show up. There was some
Mori,
confusion on the
Oh.
date.
But yeah, she's,
She's,
didn't show
we
up.
need to start getting some.
Omar was great.
Yeah.
So Omar might be our bingo guy.
Yeah, he was a bingo, he
I
was
make
a
you also
DJ.
do
Well, both.
Omar as a bingo man.
We have to
out, let me talk to her, let her know what they're thinking about it. I know she'll probably say yes, I can't throw her out.
No, no. She wasn't home now. No, I'm kidding.
She can join.
But you need, yeah.
You wanna be the bingo guy?
I'll commit to being there, and if I'm there, then I'll do it.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need a backup also for Omar in case.
Let her
like,
know, 'cause
things
I'm
happen.
gonna talk to
So
her.
many years, we don't wanna just throw.
He was
her out for free.
confused about the time, or I don't know what
That's
happened.
why I said, let me talk to her, cause.
Talk to her and tell her that we're
Also,
talking
I'll
about
talk
her.
to her.
as a
So
backup.
I'll talk to
Yes, a
her.
backup, that's what he needs.
Well, we
somebody.
really would like for you to be it.
Back up.
I mean, it'd be a shame, like I said, she's been doing it a long time, but her health, her physical health,
It's starting to show.
she has a hard time getting there. People sometimes don't understand her. So,
I'll talk
I
to
mean,
her.
everything has,
You have to make it easy, you know, I
Yeah.
wanna make it so she says, oh, that's
Do
a
it.
great idea.
and maybe we should
Tired.
give her,
Something like
I
that.
don't know, something there and,
We should.
yeah,
Bouquet of flowers.
tell her thank you. So that's the bingo. The
How about
sock hop
she
is
gets,
the-
what about she gets to come and play?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sock hop,
What is the next thing, I'm sorry?
August 21st. I think.
21st? 25th,
I mean,
August 21.
That'll go under new business.
the 21.
What?
Under new
21st.
business, it's under new.
Sorry,
I know, but-
sorry.
And let's talk about the time for the bingo.
Well, hold on, let's keep going.
That's under new
That
business.
sock up and then the field trip.
We're under
Wait.
open.
I have a receipt from the sock hop. You please pass that down.
Yes, ma'am. The field trip was great. Everything, now new business.
Before you go to the new business, is that people understand about the soccer, the word, the dressing?
No,
Or you
yes
have,
and no.
I don't think
Go ahead,
so,
Marie.
I think so we need to.
Okay, there was a lot of confusion at the sock hop
Yes.
because people don't understand the term
The
sock
term.
hop.
Yeah,
Correct.
And the
Yes.
other issue is.
That's cultural.
Well, that's.
Yes,
cultural.
that's
Well,
cultural.
but the other issue is, and I do sort of agree with what someone said, that sock hop is too old.
They are old.
Because, no,
Well-
they said too old for them. I had a couple people
Dated.
say they would rather do like a disco, or they would understand a night at the disco. They would understand something like, or a sixties tie-dye, they would understand that. They did not understand.
I think it's,
sock hop.
I don't think it's so much the age. Yeah, but I don't think.
Yeah,
it
but
was
we're the
I-
elderly affairs committee, it's gonna be elderly.
I think,
If you don't
that's
get
what
it,
Yes, I know.
Guys, one at a time. It's okay. These are all fair points. Just let one speak at a
I,
time.
I know that we think fifties is elderly, but just put this in your thought. That if we're doing something from the seventies, we're already, what, 50 years ago?
yeah, I think it's,
So that is elderly.
right, no,
You
I
know?
think it's a little bit of both, more culturally.
yes.
Because like I said, to me, I'll be 65, the 16th. But I remember, I remember soccer, I did, what was that they do-si-do, and you did that in middle school? And we did square dancing, but if you didn't grow up here,
That's.
Correct,
if I did, but if you didn't grow up here, you
I
don't.
did.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did.
but you're talking about the other.
If you grew up, I don't know, in another country, you don't know what a sock hop is, you don't know
That-
what,
That's
square
what I'm
dancing is,
Yeah,
and you would never know.
yeah. A lot of people that were asking me, what is, how would,
They
what is
never
going on,
know.
so
They never
maybe for next year we can.
We'll do something more.
Greece.
Social.
Greece, they will understand Greece, of course. they will
Some
remember-
will, some won't, because I'm telling you, I ask people all the time, did you see the Sound of Music? They have no clue.
Just do a masquerade.
Correct.
Everybody knows
That would be.
Like you say, the same way with.
Okay, so that's that,
That's
that's
fine. And then we'd be fine too.
Playing a luau.
there you go, you go now.
Like a beach party, come on, like.
Now, new business, we're running, we got 15 minutes.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Just because you guys are throwing ideas for like, I guess, the next one, just so we're all on the same page. Based on previous years, the next one that I have scheduled for you guys is in October. Is that what we're doing? Are you
That'd
guys
be
looking to
Halloween.
keep that? Are you looking to add another one, or you tell me?
No,
'Cause
that's okay.
Now's the time to reserve the space.
But wait, we have money. So we have to use it, otherwise we lose it.
Okay, we're in new business, let's move forward. We
Okay,
can go
we'll
to
get
a
there.
movie, right? We're gonna put a movie.
Yes.
Now, I just looked up Mission Impossible and it already released like
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
Good.
The problem is, we're working with the theater and the schedule and the summer. And
I
the kids.
saw him at Publix.
I know, but remember that, but by the time he gives me information, I can never come back to you guys, which is kind of why you guys have always pretty set, whatever releases at PG-13, go for it.
Okay, and do it now. Whatever it releases, we can do in 2 weeks. That isn't. Yes.
How to
Included.
Train Your Dragon, the live one is with Gerard Butler.
You like,
Would make, I don't,
yes, you do.
I'm not a movie
Is-
star,
is it
I don't
like-
go to the movies, so it doesn't faze me. But I have heard many people are very excited about it because he's in it.
And
And
sexy.
it is.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, I didn't wanna put, see, a lot of
It's not a
people,
bad word.
a lot of people enjoy
Sexy.
Steven Gerard Butler.
Okay, any of these three
And
movies,
it's coming out this
right?
Friday,
Is Mission Impossible.
and it's supposed to be really good.
That one, How to Train Your Dragon, or.
The other one that
Superman.
came out.
No, Superman.
Karate Kid.
Oh, no, I don't.
Karate Kid.
No.
No,
Superman, any other movie?
No, the one that just came out with the people's hit through.
Which one?
Lilo and Stitch?
Yes, Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, they say, yeah, yes.
They say Lilo and
Well,
they
the
say.
women's first choice is
No,
Tom Cruise.
it's
You find out in the way.
Like Rotten Tomatoes gave it.
So is it,
I don't like
is the
them.
direction of the committee that you guys wanna plan one of these during the summer? Do you wanna plan?
One for
two?
July,
Do you?
what, the movie?
Yeah.
For at least one for July, cause we don't have bingo.
Correct.
I'd say two.
When it comes to pricing, how does that? Cause
We
I
have
know.
to go on a Monday, he told me already.
Tuesday.
He
Was
told me-
Tuesday?
Oh, okay,
He,
you
I
have
saw him
updated
at Publix,
information.
I saw him at Publix, and he told me because of the summer
Oh,
program, we have to do it on Monday.
Mhm.
And whatever price it is what it is.
Cause
So
I know,
normally we get discounts, the seniors get discounts on Tuesdays, but now that it's summer, they host like summer camp and stuff, so now we're even more.
'cause I've
today.
seen it.
Yeah, sometimes
See,
we've gone for like
Tuesdays at
$1,
$8,
$2 one time.
But now that brings me to a question for you guys, how much are you guys willing to spend? Because that means it's double the price
What
as
did we
opposed to
spend?
what you were
What
spending.
did we spend last time?
I don't know.
Well, whatever that is.
How many-
Well, no, I need to know.
Let's see how much we spend, because I don't
We even
remember.
like the movie.
Why is it double the price?
It was fun.
Because on Tuesdays, the
The
seniors get a
senior
discount.
discount.
Maybe
Right,
you'll
but-
give it to
but-
us.
Yeah, but what he was telling her was that he could probably.
Maybe
but
he
not
can
on
do it.
Tuesday, on Monday.
I'll go
Okay,
by
so
the.
the- But hold on, here's the spot it puts me in. We're out of this meeting and now I'm going off of the direction of you guys wanna spend the $6 versus the
We need
full
a
price.
budget.
I need to know from you guys, just two
Okay,
max.
the same
know what I
amount
mean?
that we spent last time, and
Exactly. That's exactly.
whatever that was.
But that's exactly what I'm getting at. What if she now goes back and that isn't the case? I'm trying to save you guys from stopping us from doing.
What did we spend last time?
She's looking.
She's looking at.
No, she's talking to
No,
us.
but I
No,
know.
she doesn't keep interrupting her.
They will continue until she goes on.
All right,
Okay.
so wait,
Wait.
Yes.
can I say we do 2 in July?
That's gonna see.
Because we have
yes.
to use our money,
Okay,
otherwise.
that's
we-
always say turn July, yeah.
We can,
We don't have
can
nothing else.
July 3rd.
But we have, what do we have? We have baseball too.
July 3rd, we have baseball.
We have
There's only have
baseball.
one baseball game this year.
We have baseball, we can fit in a movie, and there's, in the theater. Don't we go to the theater in July?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, no, that's, we can't do
With,
no more. That's
Renee
July
Garcia's
stuff.
office.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
July.
3 events.
July.
So then, the hair thing, I spoke to the people, there's a salon, there's a beauty school right there on, next to 49th Street, between 49 and 50th and 12th Avenue. They will do it for free.
What, they will do what for?
They will come for free and give, you can either do a mini facial, they'll do your hair, your nails, and they'll do it for free.
They'll come where?
Good. they do my
They
hair.
can come to us, or we can go to them. Yeah, I sent you an email. I don't know if you got it, you were away. They said to please request information from them because they wanted an email.
30,000 and 49th Street.
I don't know, 40, it's right between 49 and 51. It's right there on the side, next to that, what is that, Pincho Factory or whatever that is out
They
there.
probably want us to come
Right.
there. for
So,
their
no,
report.
she doesn't care. She says she doesn't care because they need the hours and as long as we give them some kind of a condition. Yeah,
Then bring them here.
I emailed her, I don't know when.
Yeah, I'll-
Right,
We have to-
so they can do mini facials, they can do hands and feet, they can do man barber.
did they say how many, up to how many there were?
Benny?
She wants you to email and ask that. I think smaller groups or whatever. We have to be somewhere like Susan Collins or even when we.
Very
know that they have-
close.
It's called the one on
Area.
50th and 12th, it's called Celebrity School of.
That
Beauty.
one.
It's on
Okay.
50,
It's one
90
of,
West 12th.
right.
What is called celebrity?
Celebrity School of.
And
Beauty.
what month are you guys aiming for that?
I don't care, as long as we have time to talk about it, it's no hurry. But some of the elderly people here, I think it will be doing good to have a hair,
Really love that.
you see? Have a haircut, have their nails done to make it their barber.
Yes, that's
I
the
think
The only
novelty.
thing I'm thinking,
that's
if
gonna
if
be
they
good.
come, if they're gonna have the accessibility.
She says, I think they
the
bring everything.
chairs.
They bring everything. The only thing she asked me if they had running water, and I said, everywhere we go, they have running water.
Yeah.
Then bring them
I'll
here.
request, I'll ask them what their requirements are,
Yes,
so we
exactly.
can plan for it.
And then
I
we
like
like- we know if they can come or if we need
Maybe
to
they
go.
bring a portable one like they do people in the hospitals, and they lay you down and put a thing and do it. I
I got
don't
the chair now.
Do they do that?
No, they do
Yeah, they
bring,
do it in the hospital too.
they do bring their own stuff, cause
There
I
you
used to do facials,
There you go, so.
okay, and I brought my own stuff.
The facial I can see, but how about if they're washing your hair?
They, she told me they can do it. They can bring it.
Es voy a do.
Okay. That's
Your man is gonna give the,
the attendance. I want to
Eh?
talk about the attendance.
no?
There's a new, I don't know if everybody
I've
read
seen
the
it before
rules
when
and
they-
stuff. From now on, if I say something wrong, if you miss 3 consecutive times, and I'm not talking about, I understand that people work so they can't help out in all the other activities, but the meetings are important. If you miss 3 consecutive times without, like surgery's hurt or whatever, I understand.
Without excuse.
Without a real
Excuse.
excuse, right? And a vacation is a real excuse. We can ask the person that put you here to take you out. So I really will do that because it's not fair for some of us to come and some of us not to come.
And the problem also becomes.
The
is-
quorum.
The quorum.
The quorum.
Mhm.
So, okay, somebody's not here. So I hope that you all read and understand that it's important to come. If you're sick, please let me know. You've told me you're sick. I always answer the phone. I know I keep track. Not a big deal. We have a chat. If you're sick, you want to chat, hey, I can't come, I'm sick. I'm going on vacation. That's fine. But it is important for you to please try to come.
Through the chair, because some of those things not be correct, which is why I'm urging you guys to come to the workshop so you are not confused as to what the rules are. The 3 consecutive absences, it doesn't matter if they're excused or unexcused. You
Okay,
will
that's
be
fine.
removed.
1 year.
That's fine.
No, but I'm clearing that up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
It doesn't matter
Excused
if they're
or excused.
excused or unexcused.
But like I said-
Per the rules, so please take a look, cause I have sent them out. And they are a list kind of to guide yourself
Okay.
on whether they're excused or not. Vacation is not under that.
Well, but it could be, if you tell me, like I said, Sergio broke his hip.
It does say, again, me going off of the rules, the committee chair does have sole discretion to classify an absence. However, there is also a section of guidelines. And it does not say
Well,
anything
but
about.
but I understand people have things to do. So I can take into consideration, if you go on a trip with your husband, I'm not gonna say, oh, she's been here every time and today she's not gonna go. No, that's not right either. But we have to have people come and we have to have people attend. Yes, Nancy?
I think once you decide what you want us to do regarding absences. I think you need to go down the line tonight quickly. What the process is. Okay, Nancy can't make it. She's got a doctor's appointment. So, well, I call you up and I say, I got a doctor's appointment. Okay, it's excused. It's not excused. So that there's a process. We all know you do this, this, and this. And you get cleared in advance if you can, and if not, then you get to explain yourself at a meeting. There has to be a process that we all follow. Yes.
There is no discussing what the chair wants to do because the rules have already passed.
The rules are there. She sent it out.
The rules have already passed.
They're already out
So if
there.
you guys are absent, all you need to do is let the chair know or let me know. That is
In
it.
advance or after.
Well, if you have a
If
car
you-
accident.
If you're in the hospital, you're not gonna be
I
sending me.
understand. So you have the option of doing it either before.
Well, preferably
Yes,
before, if you
before.
can, if
I
you
get that.
can't.
Nancy,
Yeah.
we're adults here. We know what to do, but the thing is that if you never come, and for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason it is, and you don't attend, we will.
It just needs, my point is, everybody's got a different interpretation of what
No.
you're saying.
We have
No.
all minutes.
So go ahead.
Trust me, it happened.
Go ahead, Maria.
So what I'm saying is decide how you wanna do the wording. That's up to you.
No, it's already there.
Already
She
there.
emailed it out already. It's already out there.
Specifically, the wording is.
Every wording is out there.
Just your edification, Nancy, it was passed and all the committees had the same.
That part I remember, yes.
Okay.
So,
But-
so it is not what she is
Yeah, it's gonna
saying.
do it. It is what it is. Go ahead, Maria.
I just wanted clarification. I was under the impression that it wasn't just meetings, that it was also
Right,
events.
events, but
So
I,
meaning, if you are just blowing off all of our events and you're coming to the meeting, but you're not helping us at any of the events, could you not also be removed?
you
Because I
could,
thought it
you
was
could be.
3 in the entire.
You could, but I
year.
right, you could, but I do understand that people do work 9 to 5, they cannot come.
Right, no,
Right, so that's
I
a-
understand that.
No, but she is right,
Work
she is right. If you don't come to any of our events and you don't come to nothing and you're home sitting down, which I don't know if you're home, but I assume, then you, yeah, you can be removed too.
And I think also, we're a little different than a lot of the other committees.
Yes,
Because we have so many
Many.
events
Yes.
every month.
every month.
That for someone, example, like me, that is running a law firm, or Sarah that has a clock-in job, or Maria that has.
No,
a
we
clock-in
understand,
job,
we're not gonna be,
You
you know,
can't go,
we understand.
you can easily miss in July 3 events, you know?
Yeah, no, that's true.
And that would be 3.
But the meetings to me
consecutive
are more important, because if you don't come here, then you
Right.
can't, you
Yeah.
can't
No
say no.
voting.
You can't say no. Well, that, let's go on, because look at the time and they're out there already.
Yeah.
They're looking in, no?
events. Right, we still
Okay,
have
yes,
30
and-
minutes.
The picture, I want to take, we need to get together and take a picture, because they're gonna do the time capsule thing, whatever that is, the 20. What is that?
That's based on whatever Brian mentioned.
Okay, they're going to do, the city of Miami Lakes is going to turn 25 years old.
Oh.
So they're doing a time capsule. All the committees get to do something. I wanna take a picture of us, a nice picture, saying our names and our stuff, so in 25 years, when they pull this up, they'll say, oh my God, look at these people. That's what I want. So maybe in the next, or we'll pick a day, go out for breakfast or something, and take a really nice picture of us.
Who's taking it? Or is it a portrait in a
No,
studio?
no. Somebody will take it, just was
I
straight.
think of it, I don't think of it.
People would love to
Think
take
of
pictures
it.
of it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, somebody who take a good.
But we
picture.
have to all, like I said, all of us together,
It would be nice to meet at Main Street.
anywhere, we can meet anywhere, we can meet in that.
We can meet for breakfast or something like that.
Yeah, so go ahead, go ahead.
I think we should, for this picture, all agree on what we are wearing. That be it, yes, but the bottom, like as opposed to like green pants or
Oh,
yellow
I don't-
pants.
As long as the tie is there.
But it goes to the pictures, trust me, I've done family.
Yeah,
photos of
yeah,
lunch,
we
and
can, exactly.
And then there's the one person with red jeans because you said that there should be jeans. And there's this one person sticking out there with red jeans. And it looks
Okay,
horrible.
well, blue jeans and our shirt.
Right.
Everybody,
We've done.
for everybody,
Jeans or.
blue pants, those blue pants and a shirt. And your shirt.
Like as close to blue jeans as, oh, okay.
Next, for July, we'll set a date. We'll set a date for this, and then we'll take a picture. I think that has to be turned in. You were at the meeting, no?
Yeah, but that's what.
I don't know where it has to be turned in. I think it's, I think the party's in August, no?
I'll just let him know, pretty honest. I'll just let him know it's in December.
Oh, well, then we got time to.
I'll let him know that EAC wants us.
Switching the bathing suit.
No, yeah, that's what he said.
That's nice. That's good.
Okay, guys,
You
just
for
getting you on track, cause I need to get you guys out of here. The last item being the budget, so I'm gonna go back to the field trip budget. So we said one movie for July, the cost of the tickets were $7.48, but that was the senior ticketed discount. So let's say worst case scenario, he comes back, he's like, I can't honor that on a Monday. What are you guys willing to pay?
$10 per.
That's what I said,
$10.
Is that with?
$10, and then
$10.
maybe we'll cut something, instead of maybe giving a hot dog, we can give
Make
a
it motion
popcorn.
$10.
Wait. Are we including $10 plus the snack?
That's what I need to
with
know
the
from you.
snack.
Yeah, we would
I
pay
would-
more, it was more, it was
$20
$20 altogether.
So-
If we have to cut the hot dog out, then they'll get popcorn and soda.
Right.
I say the budget should be total. But that's what we were paying before, 25,
Oh, we pay
because we
20.
were paying 20 before.
And we have monies,
How many people went to?
a lot.
A lot,
A lot.
they love it.
You get like 50,
I like
50 and 60, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had 64.
They love it, they love it, I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so
no.
tasty.
people.
And
You
it's
love
no
rice.
bus.
You
We
love
had
it.
a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No bus.
We had
a walking.
On the walking.
Yeah, we had a full theater, yeah.
I say 25.
25, we got
Make
money.
a motion.
I say motion.
Second.
Hold on, what is the motion?
$25 per
$25 per
person.
person.
Budget
To include.
to include any food item. Ticket
And the
and
ticket
ticket
and
item
food.
for
Ticket and-
25. That is my budget.
So then I said,
All.
All in favor?
Discussion.
Discussion?
Yes.
25 times 60 is 1,500.
1,500, yeah.
We don't need a bus, remember.
We don't need the bus.
Nancy,
Per person includes entrance and popcorn and.
whatever.
And if they want anything else, hey.
Well, I
Everybody would
think we
have-
should be
is very happy.
what that $25
We did.
does pay for. Well, down this end, you guys are all talking.
The
same time
ticket
over there.
And any meal thing, whether it's Coke and a popcorn or a hot dog, Coke and a popcorn,
Right.
it depends on.
Whatever we can fit into that budget.
$25.
$25 per
What,
person.
these events that we go out and about when you have to rent a bus. We used to get a bus that's got the lift. A lot of people would go, think we had the lift because they can't get up that. I
We'll
can't-
add that next time.
And
I'll make
I
note.
don't think it costs us that much more.
It actually does. I don't know why, but they do, because we've
Okay.
asked about it.
Can
Oh,
we
okay.
finish with the discussion here because we need to go and we need
Sorry,
to
I
vote.
thought it was-
You had more
Figure out-
discussion
figure
on
out
it.
your li-
No more discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing no nays, motion passes. The budget's $25 per person.
oh, just do it, you're,
And we're gonna get the bus with the lift and.
Lady Chair,
Again.
But
when
that
is
was
the
for.
theater coming up? What's the date for the
We'll
theater?
have a date to
To
get
go
for
with
it.
the-
have to check.
Can we tell?
No,
them
she's talking
they're
about the
getting here?
theater.
The theater.
We're gonna get
Yeah, we
here?
do. I think, I wanna say the 21st.
Like the bus that goes to the movie,
Hold
to
on,
the theater,
hold on.
the gate ones. The bus
No,
is
they
here.
can't drive.
But who's,
So the Gables one is
how
the,
do they get here?
Something
We have to
read.
What is it? What's the name?
you need a date, 1 million.
Wednesday, July 23rd is the Coral
They have
Gables,
to go.
next
I know.
year trip we have.
Okay, that's it.
We're all
July
on
23rd
is the
July 23rd. There you go. Yeah. You can't get better than this.
Wait, 3 minutes late. They can't really complain about it.
Okay, any public comments? Defer auditions, deletions,
We have some roll call.
yeah, roll call, sorry.
Barbara Denise Flores.
Here.
Benicio Salazar,
Present.
Elsa Remus,
Present.
Carla Bosa, Trinette Duran here, Geraldine Amendola,
Here.
Justin Trujillo,
Here.
Charles James,
Here.
Suzanne Crossland, Madeline Santana,
For that, she texted us, she was in her.
Zia Neman, and Jacqueline Levine.
Yes.
Oh, and hold on, we have Omar Sepulveda.
Sepulveda.
Sepulveda. Okay, Madam Chair, you have one.
Thank you. Okay, any public comments, I guess, none. Referrals, additions, deletions, anybody wants to add anything to the agenda? Okay, since Councilmember Jesse Fernandez is not here, I guess I'll speak on the debriefing, and when he comes in, we'll jump back to the, who wants to request something, so. Review and approval of the minutes. There's some corrections that I noted. You can please read them and if we have any comments, let us know. I have my own here. Everybody need the minute? Let me, just. Call out mine. You know what I noticed wasn't correct. The chairperson's report. Item 6A, it was not Councilmember Garcia, it was County Commissioner Renee Garcia who wanted to have the first, representative come to us and give a presentation. County Commissioner Renee Garcia. The next one is old business. But instead of these. No, actually 7C. The band name is Man Trap, not Band Trap. And then motion was dispelled. And then unanimous on the spell. The Main Street Live starts at 7:30, not 7. And then Hispanic Heritage Month. Let me spell Catherine Morera, no Morera. And then 6:30 to 9. That's correct, Geraldine? I know it starts at 6:30. 6:30 to 9. That is bad.
Yeah. No, well, this year we had a 6 to 9, right?
6:30.
I'm gonna double check, because I know we already talked about.
Yeah.
You guys, from my notes, it's the same as last year, which from 6 to 9.
6 to 9, that's what I,
And
yeah,
then the Minnesota.
yeah.
Thanks to me.
Okay.
And I have one. Old business E. The family name that's donating is Dumas with a D instead of Dumas. Dumas. And they're sponsoring the wine. Not the food. Well, or the liquor, whichever way.
So are we not bringing a bottle?
Let me when it's my turn.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's not John's part. Okay. Any other comments on the minutes? Okay, seeing none, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as correctly?
I motion to approve.
Okay, who's second?
I'll second.
Okay, second by Geraldine. Any comments in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, item 6A. Do a quick, I'd like to welcome Councilmember J.C. Fernandez to our meeting. He's gonna be talking an item that's part of the chairperson's report. And at our last report to the council, I did mention the usual, the public plan to do with the government initiatives and so forth. And the future project considerations, which is an item that ties into J.C. Fernandez's presentation. There were 2 items. One was to do a commemorative plaque, and the other one was the Miami-Dade Historical Site Plan and Interest in Digital History. Those 2 items were presented by the council, which ties into our proposal to do a cultural center, and this ties into creating a place that it will be a landmark to the town, of importance and so forth. So, without further ado, yield the floor to Representative, Councilmember, J.C. Fernandez. Go ahead, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate it. First of all, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service to the town. It's very appreciated. I truly believe that it adds so much value, and because of volunteers like you, it makes our town better. I hope I started with a committee years ago, and I love it, and it's still dear to my heart. The Neighborhood Improvement Committee. So about 2 or 3 years ago, it came to my attention that the building on 67th Avenue and Miami Lakes Drive, which is a Bank of America building, was designed by a famous architect. He passed away recently. He passed away during COVID. He has many awards and distinctions. His name was Hilario Candela. He was a designer of the Miami Marine Stadium. He designed many of the buildings at Miami-Dade College. So, prominent, and we are fortunate enough to have a building that he designed in our town. So I asked years ago the Cultural Affairs Committee to come up with something that we can commemorate him. It didn't get traction, but now that I was a council member, I thought, well, I'm gonna go about it a different way. I presented it to the council. They all agreed. It was unanimous in the vote. So my proposal was to design a plaque that would commemorate him. I spoke to of course, it's owned by a private company, the Ward Law Group, but they're all on board. They love the idea. They're actually willing to pay for the plaque, which is the best part, so it won't cost the town any money. And I just would ask that you guys kind of collaborate with them to design the plaque. And then we would do a unveiling on the plaque. It'd be really nice. I think I said it during a council meeting that Representative folks from Mario Diaz-Balart's office said that he would make it. Some of our representative and state senator and of course, I don't think I've mentioned it to Fabricio, but I will. And then of course the council will be there and hopefully you will too. The family representing the Hilario Candela, which his son is an architect and a very well-respected architect in his own right. He's gonna be there along with some family members. So they're very excited, they're honored. And I just ask that you guys approve, designing it among your committee. And then we can go from there.
Question, do you want this, approval, limited today or how do you?
I would ask, I don't believe maybe that you wasn't on your, I don't know if it was on the agenda to officially ask.
Mentioned here, but.
Okay, if you can get that would be nice. That way we can move it along and we can start the process. So if you guys can approve it today or deny it today, but at least consider it.
I don't know if in the chairman's report we can do motions. Anybody wants to make a motion to accept
Make a motion.
Okay.
Yeah. Through the chair, we're designing, but we're not paying for the plaque.
You are
No,
not
they're
paying
not
for it.
designing at the.
Just not paying.
You're not paying at all. In fact, the town is not gonna feel like I said, it would be strictly the owners of the building that would pay for it and then we'll place it, we're gonna fix it to we kind of already went through some of the ideas where it should go. But yeah, I would just ask that you guys help design it with the owners of the building, which is the Ward Law Group and in collaboration with them.
Do
you have a company in mind?
A company for,
For the plaque.
Well, they're getting.
To make the.
no,
plaque.
they're again,
Oh,
the
everybody,
Ward Law Group, which is the owner of the building, is gonna pay for the plaque. And they're the ones that are gonna, they're giving us permission to affix it to their building. So.
right, but
does
you're gonna
anyone-
design it?
I don't know if you wanna do it as part of the committee itself, or maybe
Maybe the wording.
the wording, yeah.
Maybe
wording, exactly.
look of it, I don't know. And the sizes that are.
Those are all things that, you can discuss, but
That's why
I
love
think
design.
that design, maybe it should be more specific to coming up with the wording. I would like for it to have, of course, his name on it, the year that he was born and when he passed. And then a brief description of why he's so important.
Okay. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the collaboration to work on the commemorative plaque for Hilario Candela, architect Candela. Okay, discussion?
Who seconded
No.
Sorry. Also?
Also. Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Again? Okay, motion carries, congratulations.
It needs to be an architectural design.
Yeah,
Yeah, that works with the building.
Yeah.
Too flashy, something not classical, because that's not a classical building, but.
up to you guys. I think that
It's
you
up
guys
to
have great
us.
taste. That's why you're on the committee. I think that you guys will come up with a nice design. Well, I'll forward you all the information.
Okay,
on both.
that way we can work with them to create something tasteful.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for volunteering. Thank you, guys. Go on.
It's something
Have a great evening.
because it has to with what Josh.
Yeah.
Wants
Yes.
to create landmarks in a bit, yes. And
Yeah.
that becomes our cultural center.
Hey, that's a good location.
That is amazing.
Yeah, Susanna Alonso, when, a long time ago, we spoke
The-
about
the-
the possibilities, she said that building has good goals.
The
Yeah.
plaque is
That
for
was what
the
design we're like,
restate.
No, it's not for the
No,
resale.
no,
The plaque is for
Gonna
the
affect
building,
the
the
building,
plaque
yeah.
work of building.
Yeah, yeah.
In
Right here,
my-
maybe.
yeah.
It's right here.
He happened to design the Miami.
Okay, thank you again.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Cross from the tree. Diagonal to the tree, right, is the one that's. Okay,
You can.
next item, 7. Upcoming events, if you want, like, brief updates on. The fishing tournament?
Nothing, we're,
Oh, you're ready, okay, that's how we're ready.
we'll be there Saturday from 8 to 11. I'll confirm that all the items have arrived. I have all the raffle items as well. So.
Okay,
Get a good turnout.
my last question is, who's gonna be there to help? So,
The address, you've never been, right?
It's, where? It's across from Veterans Park. It's,
it's right by the lake.
Right,
right by the lake, behind the building.
Where the gazebo is.
Yes.
same case.
Okay, so who's coming? Oh, yeah. Raise your hands. Elsa, Justin, Charles, and Austin. Okay.
Omar.
Omar. Sorry, I apologize.
It's been happening for 49 years.
Oh
I guess that's for all the time.
Of course, Jeanette's gonna be there and I'll be there. So we're gonna have a good group. Thank you, thank you.
Fine.
Through the chair,
Yes, ma'am.
did we speak about 6A2? The historical site plan?
I spoke together when we mentioned when I did the briefing, that at the council meeting, they spoke about creating a digital display. And it ties into the commemorative and the historical element of that.
Okay.
Of that building. Yeah, we spoke about it very briefly, because it was just. But if
But we
you
spoke
look at-
about it tonight?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, we were trying to get this. Okay, now July 4th celebration, sponsors, she's not here. I have some information to give you. Antoine Rubio, I called him a few days ago. And he cannot attend the event because he has of course, he never told us that. So, that way I tried to contact some people to get our, national anthem, singer. And we got a reply from, Kristen Pratis. He was nice enough, and she's very excited to do it. If I can get her to sing with Mantrap, we're gonna be very good, but she's a Broadway star.
Oh.
She has done plays in Broadway, she's a singer, actress. You can, if you check her name, she has a lot of accolades, and she, so the video, and she's amazing. So, the thing is that I know we approve $150 maximum for Antoine, but she's asking $300 because she, as you can read here, she needs to travel. I think she lives down south, prepared for the vocal rehearsal.
And she's only gonna be singing the national anthem.
Yeah, but I'm trying to convince her since she's there
Wow.
to see if she can do at least one number with Mantra, but
It's not guaranteed.
not guaranteed. So for $300, we can, get someone that is, Broadway actress. I never had anyone.
For the chair,
Yes.
have we ever done this before? I don't remember, I remember veterans,
We-
maybe,
Person to do it.
Yeah,
But-
they volunteered to do it, we never.
we never paid for it.
The last, we paid $100, right?
I have to double check.
To,
Give me a moment and I.
yeah, we did pay $100 to the other lady. And she just came in, really used to, but she came in and sang and then she didn't even rehearse, I guess. But I wanted to bring this up, as I told her, there's no guarantee, but I think it's something that we cannot do this all the time. But since at the last moment, we don't have any time. One time we had a gentleman that was gonna come in, he canceled at the last moment. But this lady's really excited, she wants to,
What is her name?
Her name is Chrissy
Steve
Price.
Give me, I'm looking up the price.
Just,
I mean, the amount he is.
so.
Yeah, so last year's, just for reference, before you guys motion or whatever, last year's national anthem singer was given, I guess, an honorarium of $100.
She didn't ask for anything, it was just given to him.
Give it to her. And we were gonna give Antoine 150.
For last year, no, for last year,
They
the price
requested that.
was $100, yeah.
So, it's up to us, if not, I will have to look for somebody else.
She
But I mean,
portrayed, she portrayed at Gloria Stefan in the West End production of On Your Feet.
Yes. She was part of that?
Yes.
Broadway show? Yes, she was part of that Broadway show.
Oh, she might be one that graduated from Lourdes. I wonder.
I don't know, she's a young lady, I mean, she's,
Getting
Right.
big talent.
To the chair, just because we're going into a lot of discussion, I think a motion should be made.
yeah, the motion, well, can we show the video first so they can see who she is and who's that or not, and I know the money is the issue, but at least they know that we'll be getting someone that's.
Actually,
Need a moment to pull up the.
Okay.
she's doing
Give her a moment. Wait, was the motion? Sorry.
No,
Not yet.
not
I'm
yet.
trying to show the video, then you can decide, I mean, it's like. It's gonna be disappointed, but. There's so much we can do. I told her the committee has to approve it, it's all going.
And through the chair, she wouldn't take less than 300.
Well, we can
Yeah.
negotiate, but she's gonna do, I don't know what she needs, to do with hers,
Rehearse the national anthem.
Liberation.
But she's also gonna sing.
Welcome.
No, we don't know, we don't know.
We don't know, I'm trying to see if she can sing something with the band. I might have singer from the band, maybe.
It's a single performance, 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's basically, but I'm not even sure, I know who she is.
I know. I know who she is, yeah, she's the girl that graduated from. Lourdes. I went to the show.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's just a motion is put.
That's her, so, it's up to us, like I said, to have either someone really, I mean, it will, we'll mention that to her and I'm gonna say to her, by the way, they approved it, but the caveat. You can sing one extra song for us. I mean, like I said, she's really nice, we've been texting and emailing and maybe she can do it. So, do I hear a motion to accept?
You can make the motion.
Huh?
You can make the motion.
Yeah, I would say that, but I guess somebody has to do it. I'd like to make a motion to, accept the $300 for to have 50 Fridays as a singer for the national anthem at the 4th of July. I second. Okay, discussion?
I think we don't need to pay $300 for the national anthem. This is my opinion. I'm pretty sure we can find someone else, probably for free or like a donation like we did last year.
Any other discussion?
Through the chair, we have it in our budget that we could do it.
The
We have,
$300.
Right now, you guys are okay for 4th of July, like we just received the last minute sponsorship yesterday. So we were under, but now it brings us, like there's a cushion. Of at least like estimated, right, cause I can't tell you guys right now, but at least like $1,500, you guys have a cushion right now for 4th of July.
Do you need money for the Peru event, anything else? Do you need money for any other ongoing events?
We can,
It's always possible.
Well,
but-
we'll get-
But we're
we have to
discussing
approve
only the
everything.
national anthem right
not
now.
only the national anthem now, but when we get to the.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Do we put this out as an invitation because we are surrounded by schools and children that are amazingly talented. that could probably, I mean, even Lords that has a music program that is, I mean, fierce in itself.
Okay, that's
We
a
could-
possibility.
Do we do this on social media? Do we have our own social media to do this in?
We haven't put it out on social media. Normally the committees
No, I
sometimes
know,
just
but-
work with the schools to get.
But is that through the town or do we have our own? Because I don't know that we have our own.
The committee doesn't have their own social media.
Can we?
No.
We're not allowed.
It's the town. I mean, if you guys want to on your personal social media, put out anything, you can, but the town does not have one specifically per committee.
Can we?
That's, it's been brought up before and the consensus is no. Because we would need staff to oversee every single.
Unfortunately, I do agree with Madeline. I don't think that $300 for a 3-minute performance is feasible.
Well, like I said, the caveat is to see if she can sing more for us, but.
Yeah, but you didn't know that till you
We
get
can
it.
put it,
Yeah, through the chair, I have a question. Are we
Yes.
asking a DJ for the 4th of July? So in the event we don't find somebody, can we play the national?
Yes. Well, she has done before.
We can do the DJ.
You should-
The DJ is included in the, like, that's already built into the stage and everything.
So,
Because 300 normally has been what we pay like for a DJ plus 200 more, so. And it's like for more time.
okay, no, it's just, I mean, like I said,
We're in this
they
station.
called, I called to get someone else to replace, and then I said, well, this person, I told her originally it was $150 is what we had. But I guess she wants more.
She wouldn't accept that. She wouldn't accept
Well,
one.
I can talk to her, but right now we have to approve it, so it is what it is. It's what it is.
Yeah, I would need direction from the committee to make that payment.
Okay,
Any other
any
discussion?
other discussion?
Just moving forward, maybe just suggesting an idea. Maybe we do like a competition that's, that we actually put together as a committee, looking for like, we had talked about the Star of Miami Lakes kind of thing. And that be the person, one of the prizes of winning that competition be to perform the national anthem at the 4th of July.
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
But that's,
Yeah.
Not obviously for this year.
No,
No.
this-
Yeah.
But maybe for
Yeah.
looking forward.
Yeah, that's a great idea, but we're kind of.
Okay, let's,
Can we maybe make a motion to say that for you to contact her, that we would go
we don't have.
for $200 instead of $300?
Unfortunately, this other guy, Rubio. Cancel announced at the last meeting, and he said he was very excited to do this and this and that, and then when I texted him, because he hadn't even sent an email or videos or anything.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, by the way, I'm doing the Billboard Hotel, I said, oh, I can't believe this, and that was like a few days ago.
How did she
but
feel?
I contacted, because I started looking for things, and I don't wanna take too much time on this. To see if we can get one of the bagpipers
Yeah.
to play the national anthem for us, one of the, which is very colorful.
Mhm.
And then, Nigel McDonald's, who's one of the, he told me, that's a very hard song to play, we can play other songs, patriotic songs, and then we need the national anthem. So I contacted the other person, Jason, Bright. And he said, oh, I have this singer, she's very famous and very good. I'll give you her number to call. So when I called, I didn't even know who she was, So, and then she replied back to me, yeah, it sounds like something exciting to do. So I said, well, let's run through this and let's see what it is. So that's the story behind all this.
So through the chair, if we do not approve of this
We don't have a-
performer, we don't have anybody in, so how would that person be selected if we did find somebody?
Well,
At that point, the town will have to resort to selecting it, because we're out of time.
So we could, but if we had, because I do know a lot of singers, but like if we had somebody, we could send them to one of you, to you guys, and then, okay. That, so somebody that would do it for free, obviously. Yeah.
Don't we have already approval for 150?
yes.
Would that still stand?
Yeah, you guys gave me direction, because I think the
We have
last motion was for a
$50.
specific person.
We have
Okay.
$150.
So if you guys tell me, hey, I'm okay with, I'm gonna leave it up to Justin and we're gonna give, we're gonna put it on Justin and whatever Justin selects for 150, then that's the direction you give me.
Let's vote on the first motion, whether $300 for Christy Prades. All in favor? All right, Evelise, and Felicia. All against?
I have one more
Yeah.
question to ask. Are we able to say that if, since we do have the 150, are we able to say that we give her the permission to go back to the performer and say, we have 150 budgeted for the performer. If you can do it for 150, we can move forward with you. If not, then we will have fun.
But that would be a separate motion.
A separate motion for that one. So let's go with the first one that we have on the table, which is $300 for Brades to sing the anthem on Fourth of July. Okay, so Felicia and Melissa in favor, everybody else against, because I need to put the names.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And then a new motion?
Okay, so my motion is to give Felicia, I don't know how you would say this, give Felicia the permission to go back to the performer, Christine Cades, and ask if she would do it for the
No.
100.
Or no more than $200. You could say that too.
Well, it depends, whatever you're
Say
trying to
that
propose.
the approved 150, if she will do it for the approved 150, if not, then we'll find another.
Or try it.
Second, is there a second?
I'll second it.
There will be discussion. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Is it unanimous?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
No,
No.
you abstain, okay.
Yeah, I love her. She would be incredible, you know?
If we can get a sponsor,
Well, at this, through the chair, we have to respect the fact that it's, we've
Yeah.
already closed off this item when we need to.
okay. If we get a sponsor, we'll get the town to help us.
Okay.
Okay, move on to the next item. Oh, everything else is fine, right? Just,
I have to
update
go
on
through it.
update on the sponsorship package. It said that we had another sponsor, so that's a good news. Okay, are we done with the 4th of July? Anybody got any questions? Okay. Item 7 through A3, Silver Street concert, everything is on track. Did you get the W9 yet? Yeah. Okay, that's the only thing pending, so everything is on board. I know you saw the flyers,
Is there an expected cost from the church? They haven't sent anything.
they haven't sent it.
So it's,
No, we had in the budget, I think we added the information.
okay, I'll double check.
Yeah, double check, because I think it's taken into account. Piano tuning and all that, we may have a piano. This one. But, okay, moving on. Book talk, everything.
The book talk, everything is set, you know, I confirmed with the artist. She's back in the summer. Whoever was not here at the other meetings, this is the book that we selected. You know, to do the book talk, so that way everybody, well, Barnes and Noble has it, but you can always get it in the library or through Amazon or whatever.
I read it.
Yeah. This, as a matter of fact, this week I went with the Dumas family to Costco, because she wanted to get it all done. So she bought 6 bottles of Prosecco, 4 of Chardonnay, and 4 of Pinot Noir.
Okay.
You know, so we have a lot.
Any new-
And sodas, and
Any,
sodas.
any new items that you want?
So other than that, no, that should be it, that we
So
confirm
it's gonna
everything.
be at 6:30 or so?
6:30,
The doors open at 6:30
correct,
and the event starts at 7.
correct. And
Here.
in the
Council chamber.
council chamber, and she's gonna be in person, and you bring the book, and she'll sign it for you. Okay? So,
Okay.
and then Vicky Baker is doing the food, and Miami Lake Zone sponsored it. The thing is just to get the word out. I've already been, the flyer is beautiful. Did everybody get a copy of that flyer?
No.
No.
Okay, all right. So we have.
It was emailed to you guys,
Right.
but I will,
Those two that don't get.
I'll
emails.
resend.
Yeah, please.
Or I can print them out if you wanna pick them up tomorrow, I can have them ready for you.
Okay, I can pick them up tomorrow, but in the meantime, yeah, email it, because sometimes it's easier for them to.
I'll
to
resend it right now.
To their friends.
Always on the social media. No, I won't.
It doesn't have email.
I know, but for the rest. That's what I'm saying, I'll print copies for
Information on the social media, and we need the digital copy,
I'll call you.
Thank you. Information, not printed, no paper.
No, that's why she's gonna
Okay,
be sending
okay,
it to you
then
guys. She's gonna email it to you, okay?
785, Hispanic Heritage Month.
We're pretty much where we're at, you know, we just need money. Need money.
Just need like a couple sponsors, but that will work out too. We had a couple questions. Again, to follow up on, if we could have like high school students help with serving food.
Let me send you an email, because I got a response, but I don't think it was clear.
Okay,
I'll send you an email.
Will you be offering community service hours?
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll let me know so I can.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, the concern is the
and
fact that
let-
there's alcohol passed out,
Right.
yeah, so that's why I need.
Right.
clarification.
and then we can possibly even do like, make sure we have wristbands on anybody who can drink alcohol.
That I think
Yeah,
we have to
we
do
do
for
that.
sure.
We do that automatically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, did we didn't do that?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah, oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, so you did that, okay, great.
No, we didn't.
I haven't even
Have
noticed
you
that, to be honest.
secured, the caterer?
Yeah, so we had Dr. Limon's good, they said that they'll work with us, the other thing was the consulate. I spoke to the dancers that we've been
Oh, the
speaking,
consulate, yes.
we've been speaking to, and she gave me a contact, so I'm gonna try to go through that contact and see if I can get in touch with
Yeah,
somebody.
because I called the consulate.
Right.
For a request, no way, I sent 2 emails, nothing,
Yeah,
so, you know, we need someone.
Right.
it's Coral Gables, I believe, yeah,
Leon.
yeah, but we can stop
When
by.
I used to work in the game was, I was a few blocks from my
Yeah.
office, I would have walked to the place, but now that's not.
So you're looking for dancers?
No, we.
No,
No,
have
we
you
have,
answers.
we have the dances, we have
Representative
a
from
band.
Yes, this
Get,
is,
you know, the video.
Oh, like
the
with-
story,
with Spain
how they do, Yeah. So-
yeah, the,
Yeah,
just to
but
have
How soon
someone
will you
speak,
have that information?
I'm sorry?
How soon will you have the information? Because I need the videos to start reviewing them to,
Oh, you mean to
To
play?
show at the event.
That's later, but the consulate thing is gonna be mostly for someone to speak and what they can provide us in terms of like.
Yeah, the videos, the information, the handouts.
Yeah.
you know.
Pamphlets,
Okay,
yes.
we have it,
They have
information
any
table there.
posters or anything like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever they can give us. Okay, anything else? Any questions for them? Okay, let's move on.
How much do we need for sponsorships?
Right now, we're probably at like just short by a couple $100.
And I-
Really, one sponsor would be okay.
I sent you the package, right?
You did, and then you said that somebody else was that we had save space for voter registration, is that what it was or something?
Oh, yeah, just, I guess FYI, just so you guys, it doesn't catch you guys by surprise, the Miami-Dade County Elections Department wants to just pass out information. So because that's a big event, they've requested to be a part of it. So we just need to provide a table and 2 chairs and I told Justin just so that he can account for it in his layout.
Yeah, I forwarded.
That come
information.
before, I think.
I think for the 4th of July too.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any for this one.
No?
Through the chair, just say, Dr. Limon is giving you enough food for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him 200 people,
Okay.
and I told him a budget of $1,200, which is laughable, but he said he's gonna work with our budget and he says he obviously does things for the towns all the time, and he'll
He'll add
make it
more.
happen. He's gonna add more, so
More.
it's more than enough.
Okay, great.
So
Yeah.
clarification on the time, 6 P.M.
6.
And it's gonna be this year at the other location.
Yeah.
It's gonna be,
Roberto
Roberto
Alonso.
Alonso. Okay, next item. Are we done with this item? Okay, next item, Mr. Live.
I think Omar was talking.
Oh, sorry, you had a comment?
Federal consulate, they open at 8. No, tomorrow, really,
82.
I'm not doing much, so I'm gonna drop off my girls and drive down there. You can explain to me what you need.
So let me try with the contact that this dancer gave me.
You already have a contract.
Yes, she gave me somebody that she knows. So let me try that first. If that doesn't happen, then we'll bang on the door.
Yeah, we definitely need someone to pick up the material.
Yeah.
I did last year with our
Yeah.
tennis.
Yeah, that'll be helpful. If not, because my Spanish is.
Okay, let me see, time wise, 44 guys to.
Thanks.
Okay, Main Street Live, we closed the season. May 16th with, Jackson Bond was, the attendance was much bigger than the previous one, so it was. People were dancing, I mean, it was amazing. And, there, hopefully, you know, people are contacting me to perform. And I said, you know, we need to discuss this with our group. And of course, in collaboration with the economic development and the grants and so forth. Right now, they're fixing Main Street, so hopefully by next year, everything will be coordinated properly and we'll have, you know, I was thinking of doing it like from January to May, because June it gets very hot. It was hot.
Yeah,
was
I
hot,
was,
yeah.
So June is, you know, they would have been able to do it because they're already repairing the street anyway. So we need to talk about, you know, the coordination of the time, and the time is fine. It's the, you know, which, you know, like from January to May, I think this is a good time. Anyways, so they're looking forward to do it again. The merchants are happy. Especially the restaurants.
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
And like I said,
Pretty
last
good
time it
business.
was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the singer that they used her at the 4th of July when they performed last year. That lady was a participant in The Voice, so she was amazing.
Yeah, she's very
Mhm.
good.
So anyways, let's move on. New business, which is our main item tonight, is review of our budget. And we have the rest. I mean, we don't want to stay here till too late, unless some of you need to leave.
There's a blank copy for you guys to fill out as part of your agenda packet.
Was it from?
Page 8.
Okay, I put the line, so it was easier for us to write in the stuff. So.
I know, I'm going back. Give
No,
me
I
my
have a
magnifying
bigger one, I have a
glass.
bigger one, hold on a second. I know I printed, I know I printed.
I printed it, but when I.
No, here we go.
Like this, so I could have it bigger.
I don't know if I have enough for everybody, but.
Yeah, there are things that they don't do anymore.
If anybody needs a bigger one.
Oh, yeah.
You have a bigger one?
Oh, yeah.
This one doesn't have it. This is for me.
So now you need a bigger one?
This is fine.
I can see it.
Yeah,
Okay, let's start. Special call, I have, I mean, here's discussion, so we vote at the end, right? Okay, so the listing of the account name, I think is kind of like long and confusing. The listing of the what?
Oh, the account name.
I mean, there's a lot of events here that we don't do anymore.
Oh, we don't.
So we might as well.
Through the chair,
Yes.
if I may mention something before you guys go into it, like, I think you may have new members, I'm not sure, so I'm just putting it out there. As the chair just mentioned, there are certain things here that are zero that you may not recognize. Don't get frazzled by it, it's just things that you guys may have done in the past and no longer apply.
Right.
However, it's things that you guys have been approved for before, so if you ever want to like reactivate it, if you foresee reactivating it for the upcoming fiscal year, this is the chance to request funding for those line items. And that also goes to anything new, if there's any new events that you guys didn't have funding for that you foresee putting on next year, this is really the time where you should be including that as part of the request.
Okay, let's start with, I guess the top one, the Special Events Cultural Committee, I don't know what that is.
Cute.
No, those are all zeros.
I know,
But it looks like if you look back 3-4 years, like that's what you guys have in front of you, it's all zero. So to me, that just seems like that's probably when the committee started, things all used to come out of one line item and now, you know, it's expanded.
So,
Gail, can we go to remove those items now?
No.
No, we're gonna keep.
If you notice, if you go to your last page, which is your current budget, all those line items are not on there.
Right.
So really, your current budget only shows where you have funding.
Mhm.
This is just for the sake of you guys planning to see if it's something you need to bring back.
in case you wanna bring it back,
If they're already
and-
approved, type of thing.
Mhm.
So comparing what we have with with the old list or whatever. Let's start with this list, which is what we
Yeah,
have.
this one,
Let's look at it.
the one in the back.
Your budget, your current budget.
The current budget. Everybody has it?
Big time.
Contributions and donation, I guess we keep that one.
Those are where sponsored dollars come in, so you guys don't dictate that amount.
Yeah.
No, that's in that. Our Vassal Cultural Affairs Committee, we did that and sort of fizzle out, but I think the fact of doing an art around town, I think is important. Because I have like 3 artists that are interested in exhibiting and collaborating with us. So I think either we name it something else or. See what we have here, something else in the
Yes,
list.
that would be nice to bring that back.
Yeah, definitely.
Art
Art Basel.
Art Basel.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
I was
would put
gonna
it that way, instead
forget
of just
that.
Basel, Art Basel.
Art Basel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
add the word art. Instead of art version. No, this one doesn't. This one only says Basel.
Oh, you mean on this one?
Oh, this one is Art Basel.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
On that one does.
So that one is a check.
Have we ever considered doing a silent auction for this? One of the artists can maybe donate something?
Normally the items that we have exhibited here in town hall, they do it for free. If someone wants to buy their piece, that's something, but it's not. It's not displayed for sale. Even though there's possibility, if you like something, you can say, I want to buy it.
Are we trying to like approve the entire budget or are we gonna go item by item? Just so I.
Actually, I think what we need to do is quickly go through the items that are active. And then look at the list and compare, where can we fit them in or change the name or so forth. I know it's complicated, but. It needs to be done now because I think they're having the meeting at the end of the month.
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
So for purposes of the minutes, we're just reviewing the budget each time.
Yes. So if we wanna add more money on items, for example, yes.
At the elderly committee, we just did ours.
Mhm.
And it seemed a little easier at the time. Basically what she explained, what I'll explain to us is. On the preliminary budget, the need is basically what we've done. Whether we wanna use the same amount of money as your previous. And whatever amount you put there. Okay. It needs to add up at the bottom, so it's really not complicated, it is, so we look at the. If we wanna do the Art Basel Miami Lakes, we would have to come up with a budget, with a plan. What, $2,000, $3,000? $4,000 out of the 39,500.
Okay.
Because we're looking at the line that says,
At Basel, we have.
We have 500 is
So
what we have.
And we use that up,
On this
okay,
one, on this.
this year.
On this one too, it's on.
right, so if you wanna leave the same amount, then we just write 500
In the need column,
in the need.
and then we could go into the wish column, if we want to put 1,000.
But that's if you wanna leave 500, but if you wanna do $1,000. And then on the wish, you wish for the city to give you more.
Mhm.
Then that's different.
Right. In other words, they're giving 500.
Yeah.
Okay,
In the budget, we have 500.
We have 500.
we have 500,
And
but if we want 1,000 in the wish, we have to write 1,000. You write 500 in the need and 1,000 in the wish.
But my question would be, those $500, would that be enough to have an hour?
No,
No,
It would not.
no, it's not.
So from the
that's why we have-
39,500. Right, you see that other ones have 11,000, 10,000.
Yeah.
We have to start taking from those and allocating them
Mhm.
in either a new event, or if we wanted to spend, let's say, more money at the Hispanic Heritage Month.
okay. I have a suggestion already.
Yes, ma'am.
The Juneteenth, we used up that money for something else, maybe we can have half of it in one, event and half of it in the other.
So we go to for 2025-26 preliminary budget need on Juneteenth, then you put 0. Meaning that you're not gonna allocate,
We have to vote on that.
no, this doesn't require voting.
I
No.
know.
At the
No,
end.
it doesn't. At the end, we
At the
vote.
end is when we vote.
But that's the thing, are we just gonna like arbitrarily take out categories and then at the end come back and say, okay, well, because we haven't done this, we're never gonna do it again?
Correct, you're correct.
Yeah, that was my question, so.
Okay, so Juneteenth,
Ma'am, just suggestion, if we keep going line by line, it's easier.
It's easier, let's go, let's keep
So,
going.
so we go back to our Paso Miami Lakes.
Yeah.
You use $500 on what?
No, we took it away.
We haven't done it.
You haven't done it,
We
We
used
haven't
it,
used it.
we used it and we used it for the book club.
Yeah.
correct?
Move that
So,
one, yeah.
so do you think we're gonna need money for the Art Basel the upcoming year? The fiscal year starts October 1st.
Right.
So do we need money for the Art Basel?
Yes, it would put
So
our
yes, back to
art
500.
down or something.
So
So we put it
We need
back to
art, we need
500.
art for the art.
would $1,000 be sufficient to,
That would be a wish.
That would be a wish, yes.
So under need, we put 500 and then under wish.
We put it, you,
so,
$1,000?
so
Yes.
remember,
so you
the
have,
budget need is what we are saying that we're gonna use
Right.
from the 39,500.
Okay, so it will be 500 on the.
on the need.
And then 1,000 on the wish.
If you want, or you could do $1,000 in the need and $10,000 in the wish.
That's what I'm
What do we
No, no,
do?
no, but I'm just-
$1,000 in need, we gotta find where we're gonna get it from.
Exactly.
But that is, she's absolutely right. So,
Yeah, that's why I mentioned Juneteenth, because Juneteenth
Right.
is an event that we're not.
so I think,
So we have to work back and forth, not just.
so so let's say if you say $1,000 for the Art Basel, we know that we have to take it from somewhere else, whether it's Juneteenth or, I don't know, because I'm new
Yeah,
to
the
this
one that
budget.
you were going to split from Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Half and half.
Yeah, half and half. So we're already gonna use 500 for our wish list and then the 500 for something else. Okay, let's move on.
Okay,
to
so
the-
1,000?
So Art Basel need will be what, 1,000?
Yes. No, I'm sorry.
500.
500.
500 and then 1,000 in wish,
Yes.
Yes,
and then comments is we'll probably take it from Juneteenth.
Yes.
Black History Month concert.
Okay. I know our budget was 3,000. We use 1,000 from Juneteenth. And one thing that I want to explain is the 3,000 that was adopted for the budget, and this is something to clarify whoever puts together the events. That doesn't mean that money goes to the person doing the performance. That's the budget, you have to pay for everything. The performer, the pay, the food.
yeah.
And what happened last time, the $3,000 went to the
Performers.
performers, and then we had to get $1,000 for the food and all that stuff. So I don't want that to.
So 3,000 for need,
So you wanna leave it at 3,000?
3,200,
What?
3,200
for the wish.
actual and 4,000 for the need. That gives us $800 for the food and all the other.
Okay, so,
The need is what, 32?
no, the
Wait.
need is 3,000,
Okay, and the wish?
the wish is 4,000.
Okay.
Okay, next
And we're
item,
taking the other 1,000 from where?
no.
No, the wish is what we are asking them to
Yes.
approve.
Correct.
Right.
Book reading, is that the?
Is that the
umbrella?
book talk? That's it. But the thing with this is that they put together the book talk and Mrs. Santa. Mrs.
Yes.
Claus.
Yeah.
In the same. I feel that we should separate them. It makes it a lot easier. Because, I think the book talk should be just the book talk
Mm-hmm.
with
Ma'am,
and then the Mrs. Claus should be a separate.
is the red umbrella, the book,
That's the book talk.
that's the book.
The other one is Mrs. Claus as done in December
Correct.
at the theater.
And that's the one that has 0.
Huh?
You
Yeah.
can split it right now, because you
Right.
have the item, Carol Christmas Carity, is that?
That's 0, no, that's 0.
No,
Zero.
but But maybe that could be converted into
That's the
Mrs. Claus.
Christmas.
Yeah,
So book reading would be what for the need?
the book reading for the need,
750.
You have 750 now.
I have 750.
Which-
Yeah, but remember I had to split it
If
with.
we're gonna
yeah,
spend it, how much?
Okay, but
How much do you need?
I would say let's do, the need would be, let's say 800, okay? What, 800, and then the wish, let's put 1,000.
And for Carol Christmas? Miss
Yeah,
Claus?
how much was that? Mrs. Claus went up, right?
I don't know, Mr. Vidal.
Christmas caroling, we're gonna put Mrs. Claus
Uh-huh.
Oh, thank
on
you.
that one. And I don't remember how much were we paying Mrs. Claus last year. Yeah, do you remember how much we paid Mrs. Claus last year? I know that she had gone up.
I can look up your name.
Okay. Go to the next one, we can come back. Or you want-
Christmas caroling, though, just so you know, Christmas caroling is not the Mrs. Claus event.
No, I know, but what we were saying is we're gonna split. We're gonna put book reading as a book talk and the Christmas caroling as.
Oh, no,
Claus.
but you guys don't determine what the line items are called. Those are predetermined by budget, like these are set.
Okay,
So the money stays in the book.
okay, but we can't, split the events? Make two.
I
separate
can
events?
ask them, but I know that they don't want to, they don't wanna have to split for every single event if it falls under the same time.
Yeah, but,
Actually, I'll make the request, but I'm just
Okay.
letting you guys know, cause in the past I've been told no.
okay.
But
So the
you know,
book-
it's like through the chair aisle, it's like a different event.
But even,
what else
but
is
there's other committees that have different events and they all fall under the same line item. They don't care to make a line item for every single thing.
Okay, but let's say if you can ask him, the book reading would be book reading, book talk. And then the Christmas caroling would be
Miss Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
No, I understand the
Right.
request. I'm just letting you guys know what I've been told.
I would call it,
Christmas.
holiday book reading.
Holiday book reading.
That is what it's
What's this
called.
book
The event
reading?
is called. These are just, these line items were created by the finance team.
Holiday book reading is the same.
So we leave that at 0.
So if we're
Right.
not gonna split it, then we need to change it.
Yeah, if we're not gonna split.
I would suggest you do the lump sum because that's how it's been organized. Tell me what the request is and I'll make that separate, ask the finance.
Okay, how much was Mrs. Claus last year?
Give me a second, I'm looking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. The book.
Yeah, Ms. Claus.
I answered wrong.
While I'm pulling it up, I just want to mention there's something that came to mind. That event was chaired previously by Esther. I don't know if anyone's taken it on, but nobody has contacted Mrs. Claus, and at this point, I fear that it may be a little late because they do get booked out fast, so I'm just putting it out there in case you guys are planning to do that this year.
I thought
Yeah.
Charles was.
Yeah, we have the date at the theater we moved it from the 5th to the
13th because.
to the 13th.
Right, but Mrs. Claus herself,
I don't have a number.
okay, I can provide it to you,
Okay.
Yeah, because,
but I'm just, because Esther last year booked it like in January of that year.
yeah,
You send me a number, I call it tomorrow.
I was just gonna say, you want to address that?
we,
Or,
I think
okay.
I
Last
recommended
year-
to change it to the 13th. The 13th of December, because the 6th is the.
I moved it off because of the
580.
town.
580. Okay.
So how much are we paying for book reading?
Okay, so for book reading.
Is that 800?
No, because she.
Yeah, because it's all because it was separate. Okay, so let's put, for the budget, let's put, 1280
For the need.
For the need.
for the need, I'm sorry, 1280. And the wish, 1500.
And that's book talking clause.
Yeah, book talk and holiday reading, that's how they wanna call it.
The next one is what? Concert on the firmament.
Okay. Concert on the fairway. Is that the Symphony of the Americas? No. Symphony is concerts,
Mm.
not Symphony of the Americas, it's a different. organization.
So that was January.
Okay,
Uh,
concert of
We
fairway.
did October last year.
Okay, concert on the fairway.
Yes.
Concert on the fairway, we have how much?
8,930.
No,
No, 10,500.
10,000.
Oh, 10,500.
That's on the wish?
No,
No,
that's the
that's
budget.
the
that's
What
the
you
budget.
need.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, sorry, on the need.
So we'll leave it at that.
And how much is for the wish?
Leave it at 10,500. The need?
Let's leave it, let's say, run it up to 11,
For the need?
That's the wish.
the wish,
Oh,
the
the,
need, leave it at 10,500.
Through the chair, Alicia, this concert of the fairway can be converted to Main Street Live.
yeah,
That's
that's-
the
yeah.
No, that's.
Right now, let's
Right now, we
budget-
have to keep it this way.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, man, I
No,
don't say to change the name now.
If you guys are planning for me to be live, you need to add it on this budget.
Yeah,
Okay, because things,
but we need to move money around.
that's why I
Yeah.
am asking.
Well,
that
not
if they can-
necessarily, that's, what is the request of cultural affairs? Is it to move it from that to that, or are you adding?
And
Or you
I
need
was
additional?
thinking that maybe we can use that money instead of
Oh,
the
okay,
concerts
yeah.
to the.
Yeah, that's
to the
where you
Main
guys
Street
figured
Live,
that.
But then you have to change the name, that's what you said.
There's still.
No, you add it as a new line
Concerts,
item.
Could be concerts.
Concerts.
Concerts around town or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you notice, there's a comment section, so you guys need to put the reasoning for what you're asking for there. You would explain what you're saying.
Around town, and then now we include, we can do one in the park, or we can do one in the main street.
Let's see, okay. So we're on concerts?
Concerts.
Yeah, let's call it concerts.
Like
Around
that?
town, around town. And then concerts is actually the symphonic concerts or.
Oh, so the concert is the one?
They split it up.
Okay.
Two different, even though they call it concerts,
It's a symphony or.
the symphony orchestra or whatever.
So how much is the need?
The need, I think 500 is.
5,000.
5,000. Sorry, guys. 5,000, I think is enough.
And the wish?
Now the wish,
The same?
only 5,500?
Yes,
The
yes,
same? Okay. 5,000.
Alright, so then we
I mean, we've been able to manage, so
Right.
worst case scenario.
4th of July.
Car show, funny.
4th of July,
July.
okay, the need, if we have what,
To
11?
give you guys some
11,000.
context. This is staff opinion and what you guys asked for is what you asked for, but 4th of July is heavily underfunded for what that event is.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you guys know, the only reason we were able to upgrade stage this year or even do any branding on the stage is because we got a good amount of sponsors. So that means we're depending on sponsors and that's not really the appropriate way to go about events, especially not an event of that size and that event.
Yeah, that is big.
The stage alone, like, I don't think your budget even covers the stage alone for what we got.
Mm-hmm.
So should we wish for like 25 grand?
We're
That's
right
what
now,
we
we're
got.
spending,
Cut it out.
the expenditures this year are close to $25,000.
So leave
Make a
the
wish.
need.
And that's again, like, I don't think we're doing anything too, and that, yeah, so if you guys really want to see the event be even bigger, then that's even more.
So the actual need then is 25,000 for 4th of July.
Or the
So the
wish.
need is what we have.
We have
And
a
then-
need.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys be the
Wish.
judges of all that. Technically, it is, but you're right, it is, at this point, it's a need, it's $25,000 that we're spending for that.
25,000, that's
Yeah.
25,000.
Alright, so 25,000 in need for 4th of July and wish 25,000. Is that correct?
No, we have 11,000,
16.
which is our need at this.
But that's not the need. The need is 25.
She just said that.
Right, for next year,
We're on the-
at 11, we have $25,000 for that particular.
Should the need equal
That's the
39.5?
Correct.
It should, but I don't, I
When
feel
you
like.
start
at this
adding
point, I
that,
don't look at this
everything
point.
up, I mean, yeah.
We're not gonna get it,
Like,
but
what do you have?
Yeah.
Well, the wish would be the state. That's a wish.
That's a wish.
okay, so let's go back.
It's Christmas.
25,000
The
for
need is
the need,
22,000.
2750.
How much is for the wish?
Let's say
30.
30,000.
30, 27?
30, go for the big numbers. It's a wish.
It's a
I
wish.
wish,
And the common is, that's our budget that we've been using, right?
Inflation.
Well, the comment is the cost.
Budget
Cost
is
increase.
Cost
currently
increase.
at 25,000.
Okay, Jason, do you wanna change anything with that?
So,
Machine is,
so-
it's always double, but I mean, we can keep it at 500.
so right now, as it is on the need, we're at 45,280.
We're gonna go about 60.
our budget
And we'll
was
get
very
45.
big.
We'll get
Mhm.
forces, they cut it.
Yeah,
And then what's
the
the
wish
wish?
tournament, our need is more than 500, but it's an easy event to get sponsored for. And if we can't get them, I don't think it'd be horrible not to have a raffle.
My
Whatever.
suggestion with that event, and we've done it with $500 for a long time. Is, I know we spend money on the live bait, but before you just bring your own bait,
The
Yeah, we can
And
adjust
the
it. I
raffle-
think
the
500
raffles-
would be-
we. Actually,
50% put it,
the raffles are like,
50.
that's what it is, by.
I'd rather not, because we have other events that we do have the need and wish for, like the serious
So
need.
you wanna do 500,
I think
500?
500 is fine.
Okay.
500, let's keep it at 500.
If anything, we can adjust the bait or reduce,
The
things that
raffles,
we have.
because the raffles and the bait, we can save a lot of money, because like for many years, $500 was more than enough.
Hispanic
We
heritage,
donate the raffle gifts and all that.
Hispanic
so-
Heritage, we got 3,000.
Okay, how much is the need for? the
Right.
Hispanic?
Five.
Need
For the Hispanic.
for his
what's
need.
the need?
Hispanic heritage is 3,000.
Keep in mind, this is for next year, right?
Yeah.
So,
4,000?
We.
4,000 for need,
The wish?
The wish,
4,000 or 5?
4,000 for the
4,000.
need, and 5,000 for the wish.
Yeah.
How that sound?
yes,
4,000 what for the need?
for the need and 5,000 for the wish, because food goes up,
Yeah.
entertainment goes up.
Right.
4,000 and how much?
And then
5,000?
5,000 for the
5,000.
wish.
Okay, and then comments, food and entertainment have,
Plus the.
Inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
food And entertainment.
Tariffs. Mhm.
and then.
Yeah, that's true.
Juneteenth, we have 1,000, so do we have a need for Juneteenth? Are we gonna do it this year?
That would be,
No, that's
No.
what we.
We moved that.
Zero. To our vessel.
Okay, hold on, but we have. to
Okay, but we
put
can't
together-
really move
Zero. Okay,
So
zero,
zero.
that's zero.
Zero and wish, comment, moving funds. To, Art Basel?
to other events.
To other events. We can
Moving
use it for
funds to
other
other
events.
events.
Other events, not necessarily Art Basel.
Okay, other events, so 0.
What's your love story?
That was a bad.
We didn't do it this year.
We didn't do it, and I think.
Let's do 0, 0.
Which one? What's
We're gonna do-
What's your love story?
Yeah, we're gonna
That
do-
the cost before?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. For the
we give
prices.
us- we
I think it
give
was like
us-
$200 for the
dollars.
For the gift certificates and things.
Okay, so then,
0,
what's your
0.
love story?
0,
as
0.
well?
Yeah.
0. And then
spring clean.
Martin Luther King.
spring fling is actually kind of picture for mom.
Which one? Where are we?
Is that for Mother's, is that Mother's?
Yeah,
Day?
the Mother's Day.
Okay, so
Because
let's,
say, how much is the need?
okay,
That was
let's,
that issue.
Okay,
let's go with the need, let's go with 1,000.
we're over here.
And the wish?
And then the wish, let's say 1,200.
And your reason?
The need is that, we're also.
Inflation, yeah.
We used the 750 for the whole.
Oh, we did. We used most.
So the need, okay, let's go back.
Need is 1,000,
Minute picture needed 1,000.
wish is 1,200, and Council, what's the comment?
What's the what?
Comment.
Comment.
Oh,
Cost gone up?
Cost of
cost
supplies.
of supplies, yeah. That would cost us.
And
The
then
last one is Women of Distinction.
Yeah.
Women's History Month.
Women History Month.
Does that-
Women History Month, okay. We have 3,500, the need.
I know.
Is that enough?
Madeline?
Women is. I'm sorry, can we go back to paint a picture?
Yes.
How much did we spend? Cause it's not showing up. How much
The
did we-
total funds will not show on your budget yet, because the event was a month ago. Remember that credit card things need to be reconciled.
If
Do you
any,
remember from the paint, how much we ordered?
Well, the event chair can tell you the
Well,
estimated. But while I'm gonna try to pull it up.
I didn't bring that far.
I'm gonna try to see if I could pull it.
I didn't bring that far. Now, wait a minute here.
But I know you guys made a motion.
Okay,
of
it was
to-
$417 was the grand total. For all the things that we bought. 417. So.
Okay,
if you
guys,
want to-
8:15,
Yeah, wait a minute. wait a minute.
Let her finish.
Yeah, if you want to, we could do it. Well, the budget was $750.
Right.
Okay, so let's keep the $750 for the paint a picture for moms. Okay.
Okay, hold on a second, so we're going back to need $750?
Yeah, the need will be $750. And the wish, just put it,
Oh.
800.
800.
800.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now women history, go.
Okay. Well, before we go to the next item, it's 8:15, do I hear a motion to extend the meeting?
Emotion.
After.
That's it. Yeah, this is important.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
because I
okay,
want people
all right,
working out and we
okay.
have,
I make a motion to extend the meeting to finish the budget.
five,
No, just. you know,
Okay,
so
all right, let's do 8:45.
Huh?
8:45.
8:45,
Go. Seconded
8:45.
by who seconded it?
You want to
finish earlier?
If we finish early, we finish.
Yeah, let's vote on it, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? It's unanimous, all right, go ahead. Women of distinction, need
Need 4,000.
and wish,
And 5. Okay.
4,500.
45.
I think you need
Yeah.
at least 5, because even with flowers, Elsa was going out last
Yeah.
year or this year looking for like flowers and getting things and whatever, everything. is
No,
super expensive.
No, we
The
did.
flowers,
Yeah, the flowers.
it's been a
Donation.
sort of done deal through
Through public.
wheeling and dealing of Publix.
Publix,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Orchid.
Yeah, we have to buy it,
The wish?
not donate.
The wish is 5,000.
okay, so need 4,000,
4,000.
wish 5,000, reading comments is cost went up, right?
Cost went up, like, we have 200 left, but that's only because Chef Veronica was nice enough to give me a really good deal, and then in the end, she didn't include service fee, and so she took the brunt of the service fee.
Yeah.
It would have been over, we would have been
Someone's
over.
calculating it?
Omar, are you calculating? that?
We finished because I need to say.
Times an age of 0.
Hold on a second, hold on a second, let's let her finish now. So we already went over all these events that we actually got, active events.
We have one more.
No,
No, I'm sorry.
That's
The
the
chairs
chairs,
is,
So Felicia, we have the grants in the last items, and I would like to say something about the grants.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good, wanna do it?
So the
Say
budget.
no harm.
the chair.
The chair. I would, there's an item, the grants, and last year, I would like to add that last year we went to one of the meetings from the Day County provides a matching fund to all the municipalities to prepare an event up to 7,500. So if we want to match that quantity and prepare an event, and the idea was to prepare maybe a festival like in the Coconut Grove
I use the
Festival.
money, because I know
Use
that.
the money. So what we need from us is 7,500, so.
For them
when
to
we
match?
create-
Yeah.
So they match 7,500. They can,
Yes.
Oh, so just to be very clear, because I don't want to throw you guys off, the grants and age line item in your budget does not refer to what you're talking about.
no,
That actually refers to certain committees. I don't know if cultural affairs maybe in the past did. Certain committees kind of like donate money to like the school for a program or
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
the.
yeah.
we did that one, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what.
What
did
you're
that.
referring to, which I know you had already started working on it, it kind of goes back to you guys applying to that grant. I'll remind you guys. The proposal, the committee needs to review it, approve it. You need to go to council for approval on that event and then work with the grants first. So the reason I mentioned that is because if your event,
So what?
you can create a line item for it. It doesn't necessarily mean grants and needs. It would be whatever the event is.
But when I contacted the person here in the town,
Mm-hmm.
She told me that besides me having approved the event, we need to get the matching funds from the budget of the.
Correct, the committee needs to set aside the money.
See, we need to set aside the money, because if we have the approval and we don't have the money,
It's forfeited, you're not getting it.
forfeit, yeah.
Iberita,
they don't have an option for a non-matching grant?
Not the one you guys are applying. for.
Non-matching grant, no.
Yeah.
Are there others?
To the right.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Okay, so-
received all the emails, then I am checking every time, but I haven't seen any, no much.
You didn't count
First
by
start,
count?
please.
Okay, so then, the preliminary budget total need is 54,780.
I'll take this minute to remind you guys,
10.
back to Elisa's point, if you do plan on applying to match and it doesn't include any of the events you guys have already talked about in this budget, you need to include that. Cause then the year will come and you're not gonna have matching funds with it unless you're talking, unless you're pulling it from any of these existing events.
So, but how do we call the item?
Well, what you had put together an event, right? So what is that event? Like, just put the name under it. That's it. We'll create like,
Like a festival of the.
Yeah, whatever you-
Festival, art festival.
So you put it under that.
What's the difference between Art Festival and Art Basel?
Yeah, our budget is more for.
It's more
This
like
one.
exhibits.
For exhibits, and the festival is similar to the Folklore Grove and the ones that are Coral Gables, that people come with their own kiosks. They sell, it's like more like a fair.
Okay, so are they
It's
giving
like
us
a
money?
fair, yeah.
Oh, you charge them.
We charge them for the kiosk, the space, and we get some money refunded.
Okay, so are we doing?
We're talking about an item.
And you.
Our first event, because the grant is a matching grant. So in
Yeah,
order
it's a
for us to
matching.
have those funds, we need to have an event already on our table with an amount so they can match it.
So the event is what? Art Festival?
Art festival.
And what is the need for the event?
7,500.
7,500?
7,500.
And the wish is 7,500?
Yeah,
Okay, and then the comment, Ibelisa, is because we're getting matching grants or?
matching grant from the county.
Gotcha.
Do we know when they?
Now, I'm gonna start reviewing immediately, all the correspondence past year, so when they start the cycle again, because it's a cycle. that they
So
do
then
every
add the
year.
7,000.
Who got it last time?
Hopefully, we can jump into one of those cycles.
I didn't know that. Who's gotten it before?
For the need, we've
Don't
got
it-
33,000.
Who's gotten the grant from it?
We,
Yes, sir.
Actually.
We had a grant right.
Space,
Yeah.
Did you get them
and
up
we
at the
had
top?
some from our committee
get them?
attend the meeting,
Yeah,
and we got
500,
some money for that.
3,000?
That's not, we're asking, has someone, have we gotten that grant?
Oh, baby.
that our
Yeah,
city,
10,000.
this particular one that you're talking about. Not that I know.
May not be the same one,
But it was.
but
similar.
it was similar. We got money to do an art festival here on Main Street before any of this was there. And that was the money that we used.
From the county, no?
1,000.
We had
a president.
Yeah,
Charles
president.
If you send me some stuff, Alicia, I can help you with it, and I can help you with anything, or if you want.
Thank you.
And then
We just got-
7,500.
I mean,
Grants
I
for
have.
my job.
For what?
Yeah.
7,000.
Okay, let's not invoice.
$75.
It's not done for the council, then make it by.
I have for the,
And I got the.
Okay, you have to add it all.
okay,
That's
yeah,
the grand total.
so for the preliminary budget need total is $63,030.
Seat animal. 63?
63,030. 63,030.
Okay, I added wrong then.
Thank you.
Because I got this.
63,300?
Can we go down the line items real quick?
30.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, for the need for Art Basel, we have 500. Then we have
One at a time.
for Black History Month, 3,000.
Okay.
For book reading, we have 1,280. For concert in the Fairway, we have 10,500. For concerts, we have 5,000. 4th of July, we have 25,000. A fishing tournament, we have 500. Hispanic Heritage, we have 4,000. Juneteenth, 0. What's your love story, 0.
Spring fling.
Pride
Spring, spring picture for mom. We have 750,
Right.
and then
I thought you increased it. I thought you increased it to like.
We're going to the need column.
We're gonna
We
go,
just
we
don't
went,
need
we went back
We're on the
to
need.
adding what, it cost 450, the last one, so we
Yeah,
went back
we
and we
originally
changed
said
it
it,
to
yeah.
seven
right,
fifty.
so spring fling, which is peanut picture for mom, 750.
Okay, that's fine.
Women History Month, 4,000.
Mhm.
The new event art festival, 7,500.
Right,
So what is our total?
63,000.
No, I showed-
62,030.
I show 62,030.
Yeah, because that thousand I gave
63.
is not there.
Gotcha.
62.
62,030.
Alright, so
Where's that
62,030 you need, and then to go, let's do wish.
030.
60.
Right.
Alright, for preliminary budget wish, let's go item by item, we have Art Basel, can somebody please add it?
1,000.
1,000. Black History Month, 4,000.
4,000.
Book reading, 1,500. Concert on the Fairway, 11,000. Concerts, 5,000. 4th of July, 30,000. Fishing tournament, 500. Hispanic Heritage, 5,000. Juneteenth, 0. What's Your Love Story, 0. And then down to paint a picture, 800. And Women History Month, 5,000. The new event Art Festival, 7,500.
Right.
What's the total?
71.
71,300. $71,300.
It's funny because that used to be our budget.
Yeah.
63,000.
Yeah, in the 60,000, we used to have it,
60,000
yeah.
used to be our budget as a part.
Okay, so now we make a motion to approve this, okay?
Okay, any other comment?
No, actually.
Okay, let's make a motion to approve
Yeah.
the, we'll call this the budget.
Okay, Trinette makes a motion to approve the budget as reviewed. Any second?
Second.
Second.
Madeline seconds it. Discussion.
Does this mean we're not adding any events, new events for next year other than the art festival?
No, we don't have money.
Yeah, go to the chair. So really, this is the opportunity to ask for new events in terms of if you're gonna need additional funding that you don't currently have. However, if during the middle of the year, you guys come up with something and there's an event you identify and you guys are willing to maybe move funding from one line item to the other, you can. You would just need to have that request be approved by council. If it's under 700, you still need it approved by council because it's a new event. If it's over 700, you need approval for the event and approval to move the funding.
Everybody understood that? Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, motion carries.
So
Thank you.
pass unanimously.
Pass unanimously and repeat the clock.
Yeah.
And a motion to adjourn.
Well, hold on.
Hold on.
Through the chair, I just wanna make sure, because you guys have announcements here, just really quickly. I wanna make sure you guys know that I'm sending you guys emails when artists are reaching out to me. I'm sure you've seen it, just wanted to put it on your radar because they're always coming to me and I unfortunately have no response. I take direction from the committee when it comes to the events. So I just wanna be very clear on that.
Yeah, we need an update on that registry because people have been contacting me, and I told them to.
Well, I tell them to get on the registry, but regardless of being on the registry, there's not really a lot of events where you can stick on the
Right.
card. Unfortunately,
It's just like they call me to do, concerts, so much we can do,
Yeah, but I just wanted to put that on your radar. And then secondly, reminder that there is a committee rules workshop this
Yes.
upcoming Monday.
Monday.
The rules have changed a lot. The information is very extensive. So, and then there's gonna be also part of the workshop, it's Robert's Rules of Order. So if you guys, I think we have a lot of new members since the last time they've done it. So you could use the refresher anyways, it's mandatory, the town attorney is gonna be there, so are council members.
This
If I'm-
room open.
It is in person, but if for some reason you can't attend in person, we are doing it live stream. We're gonna have IT to make sure people can join and join
Mandatory?
the discussion, yeah.
Join in the discussion.
Yeah,
The mandatory meeting.
Yes.
Okay, and what time?
Can we attend these?
Yes, the workshop is gonna be in council chambers starting at 6:30 PM. I'm gonna send a reminder later this week. And in that reminder, there will be a link for those of you that cannot attend in person.
When is that?
Monday.
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 Okay, so,
So see you at the fishing tournament and the 4th of July, whoever is gonna attend to help. Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. Thank you.
No, she hasn't, no one's made a motion yet.
No, because I said,
Yeah.
motion to adjourn.
But nobody answered.
I second.
okay.
8:30.
We're
Thank you, everybody.
You're right.
Yes.